All right, guys. It's not a bad morning this morning. How's everybody doing? Hope everyone had a good weekend. Let's find some stocks to trade. Honestly, for mid-cap stocks, for stocks over $10, the market's really not looking that bad. Hold on, I'm gonna get the camera set up here. While I do this, tell me what your favorite stock is this morning. I think mine might actually be WLL. Might be my favorite one. What's up, Adam? What's up, bro? What's up, Rel? Surname? Good morning, guys. Good morning, good morning. All right, let's do this. All right, team. Let's do this, guys. Okay, yeah, I was going to talk about that. If you've joined my team for the competition, yet you still have not received your login information, message me today and I'll check on it. I know the competition starts tomorrow. It's still not too late. Even if you want to sign up today, you still might have time if you haven't signed up for the competition. So just be sure to message me in Discord or email me or however you want to get in touch with me. You can message me on Twitter at Beginner Trades. At Beginner Trades on Twitter. You can message me on our Discord. You can message me at my email at beginnertrading@gmail.com. And so, yeah, I'll be sure to check on that. What's up, Rich, Haley, Adam, Rel, Surname? Good morning, guys. Yeah, like I said, I'm going to get my camera ready. I'll be right back. What's up, guys? Good morning, good morning. Hope everyone is doing well today. Let me see. Let me fix this so you can see me. There we go. What's up, guys? Good morning. Might be time for me to shave again, huh? All right, guys. So I'm actually liking Yuma. Look at Yuma. Yuma. Huge push from 330s to 660 where it's at now. Just a crazy move for Yuma here. Just a big solid move. We'll see what actually happens with this one. But nice move here. Big solid gap up. A lot of volume. Let me change this. I don't like the overlapping volume here. So let me fix that. Yeah, I like that better. Solid volume in pre-market. And then, like I said, the second one that I'm really liking is WLL. WLL, really nice move. Gapping up from 754 to 940. So a really solid move there as well for WLL. And like I said, let me know what your main watch is today, guys. Let's find something. Hey, appreciate it, Mr. K. Thanks, bro. All right. The only one that fits my strategy is SDC, and I'm not in love with it. Yeah, I mean, we got some solid moves. I don't know if you guys caught my my video I put out this weekend. I didn't put it on YouTube, but I did put it on Instagram. So I did have a video where I showed my trade log and everything like that, and I actually did have a slightly profitable day on Friday. I posted the entire video with my entire trade log, and I ran the video continuously as well. It's the first time I really traded after the stream. Oh no, after commissions I'm actually down some. Okay, so it wasn't a profitable day. It was a better day, but it wasn't a profitable day. So yeah, after commissions I was still down some, unfortunately. And so that is what it is. I thought I would have been up a little bit, but I can't remember what I was at on Friday anyways. But yeah, full transparency, I'm actually down some after Friday. But I did make around $100 in gross profit. But considering how much I traded on Friday, it was still a slightly losing day after everything was said and done. But that's okay. Hey, what's up, man? Hey, what's up, Kirby? Oh, that's you. What's up, brother? What's up, James? What's up, man? Good morning, bro. All right, guys. So yeah, WLL's looking solid. Looks solid here, gapping up from 750s to 950s. That's probably my main watch. Let's see if any of these are actually tradable or not. Yuma, unfortunately, is not. ALDR is. SEMG is. CRC is. WLL is. So a large majority of these are tradable, actually. SM is. CRZO is. So yeah, most of these are actually tradable. Nice. So that's good. A few other ones that I'm looking on my watch list. OPTT gapping up a little bit. MRO Marathon Oil Corporation. Somebody said the oil stocks were moving some. I see some ETFs on the gap down list. DWT. Yeah, I do actually. Yeah. Huh? I do. Here, don't come. No stream. Sorry. Well, no, listen. Sorry, I was talking to my daughter right there real quick. So I was muted, but I was talking to my daughter. But yeah, DWT gapping down. I believe DWT is a ETF. Okay, so yeah, it's an inverse volatility oil ETF, I guess. But yeah, WTI on the list here. WTI gapping up some, so it doesn't look bad. Let me know what your main watch is today, guys. Oh, man, it is new week. It is Monday, guys. It is Monday of a new week today. That's right. Another stock, CHK, which is, I could just remember the name of the company. It's Chesapeake Energy Corporation. CHK is gapping up some from 170s to 209. The only issue I have with this one is that it's such a small float, or it's such a large float that the range is small. You can just see how small the float is for this one, unfortunately. And so, yeah, small or large float, huge float, and thus it is a very small range overall. So, what's up, Michael? Mr. K, huh? No more you need to accept your situation. You said not today. I'm not accepting that. I'm not accepting my YouTube name situation today, right? OSTK. OSTK gapping down some. Here, what are you doing over there, man? Hey. What are you doing over there, man? You're loud over there, man. What are you doing? Sorry, my wife's got like a bag of pretzels and she's like, I don't know what she's doing over there. My daughter's over there riding a hoverboard. My wife's over there playing with a bag of pretzels, man. Everybody's loud over here. Nah, I'm just joking. I'm just kidding for the most part. Uh, all right, guys. I'm gonna go tell. So y'all are ready? I'm gonna go tell. I'm gonna go give my kids a hug goodbye before they go to school, and I will be right back, guys. I will be right back. All right, guys. We are back. I have given the kids a hug goodbye, and now we can focus solely on stocks, not socks. Solely on stocks, not socks. Man, I can't say that for some reason today. All right, yeah, I'm looking at ALDR as well. I'm pretty sure ALDR is an acquisition or a buyout of some sort, though. Whenever you see a gap up and then a pretty narrow range like this, it's almost always an acquisition or a buyout of some sort. So yeah, we'll see what we get with those two. SM, I might watch SM. Fran is still moving apparently. FRAN. This one almost got to 20 last week, and honestly, it's still moving really solid with decent volume. I don't think it's tradable yet. No, unfortunately, it's not. But it still looks good. I mean, if you could trade that one, I'd keep an eye on it. Like I said, let me know what your main watch is today, guys. Let me know what your main watch is today. Mine is probably WLO. I like WLO. I've traded it before. It's got some support at this. Let's draw it out. Let's draw out the support, shall we? So it's got some support at 920. It's got some resistance up here at 947 or so. Probably some really at 950 is where I would make that instead. And then we got the pre-market high at around 960. And so those three levels look interesting. Maybe this 880 level too, but it's not as serious. Maybe $9 as well. So those four levels look all right. That's what I'm watching for WLL. See if we can either break over the 960, 950 level or pull back and fill some of this gap down here is what I'm looking for now. CLR, SLCA, MRO, MER, we got DVN. So we've got a little bit of a low volume gappers here as well. Yeah. What's up, Adam? Yeah, they are done, fortunately, now. All right, guys. But yeah. What's your main watch today, guys? Let's do this. I'm drinking some iced coffee this morning. I'm switching it up, drinking some iced coffee. What's up, Kirby? You said, sometimes I feel like pre-market is more straightforward. Any thoughts? I don't like trading pre-market. I think that there's a few issues overall if you want to trade pre-market. The first one is liquidity. And now you could find a really nice moving stock like what was the big mover today? Yuma. You could find a big moving stock like Yuma here for liquidity, but most of the time you're going to have lower liquidity on average in pre-market. Most of the time. Nothing's 100% in trading though. Still, liquidity is an issue, fills are an issue, executions are an issue, spreads are a big issue in pre-market. And what you got to understand about trading in general is that trading in technical analysis specifically is a self-fulfilling prophecy, right? The only reason it works is because other people think it works and other people watch for these emotional patterns that people play in their head, right? And so it's all based off of human psychology. When people are going to want to sell, when people are going to want to buy, when people are going to cover and stop out. And that's what trading is based off of. And so with that said, the less liquidity you have, the less follow through and fulfillment of the patterns and strategies, at least the ones I trade. And so what can you take from that is that maybe you shouldn't trade if the liquidity is not there. If there's not that much liquidity, it might be a little bit harder to get follow-throughs with your patterns and strategies and setups. And so, there's a big debate on whether technical analysis actually works, and it absolutely does, just for the sole reason that human psychology is predictable as well. Nobody said it's going to be easy to predict, but because human psychology is predictable, so is the stock market to a certain extent. And so, that's my issue with pre-market trading, is that there's just not that much liquidity overall. What's up, Shreep? What's up, bro? I'm going to say that. One of the other YouTubers are going to make a video about that in about 2 hours. Watch. MCF had a solid move on Friday. I mean, it's not really moving that much in pre-market, but it moved good on Friday. What was the other one? Etsy. That's not one that great. Like I said, what are you guys watching? Talk to me, chat. Talk to me. What are you guys watching? We also got SEMG. SEMG looks good. SEMG gapping up from 1020s to 1640s. CRC. Let's see if these are actually. I'm pretty sure all of these are tradable for me. CRC is. SEMG is. So yeah, I'm definitely watching a lot of these. We should have some action today. AMD, of course, like I always do. SM Energy. AIMT. Another one that's really kind of volatile this morning is AIMT. AIMT, it's Immune Therapeutics Incorporated. And it gapped up originally, let me see. Yeah, it looks like it gapped up originally in pre-market or in extended hours on Friday and after hours on Friday. And then it came all the way back down this morning. So something happened with AIMT, but you can see it closed at 24.67. It's at 26.60s now, but it went as high as 29. And so interesting here. I don't think this one's probably tradable just for the sole reason of I think the liquidity is probably pretty low. Oh, it is tradable. So AIMT actually is tradable. So yeah, I'll watch this one too. All right. If it's tradable, it's tradable. And then with that, get to keep an eye on cannabis sectors, CGC, CRON. And then again, energy sector, CHK, big gap up there as well. So that's what I'm watching. Yeah, it doesn't look bad, AD. It doesn't look bad. How do you pronounce your name? Is it, can I just say Carr? Can I just say Carr? I think Carr is easier. Yeah, ALDR, the biggest thing about, here's the thing though, ALDR Rich is almost certainly an acquisition. Honestly, I swear, you can see, like, I don't even have any type of news window on my Thinkorswim up right here. So I have no news on this window. But the big gap up followed by the small range is almost always going to be an acquisition or a buyout. Sometimes it's going to be like a rumor of an acquisition or a buyout, but I'm pretty sure this one is an acquisition or a buyout. I'm very, very confident that's what this is. And just we can look one up now. Let me go ahead and look this one up just so I can confirm that. But a lot of the times with acquisitions and buyouts, the market's going to be a little bit, that stock might not actually move that much. Let me see. Okay, so yeah, so ALDR Biopharmaceuticals is up on heavy volume after a $1.95 billion buyout deal. So it's a buyout. So like I said, it's the way you could tell is because you'll get a huge percentage gap up. What is this? Like this gap up's like what? Like 90%? This thing's gapping up like 90%. I guess gap up 84%, I guess, is exactly where it's gapping up, right? If it closed exactly at 10, around 84, 85%. And so a huge percentage gap up, and then narrow range afterwards. So oh, it's Eddie Tia. Yep. Yeah, it's a buyout for sure. So yeah, $1.9 billion buyout deal. And then we can look at the overall market. The SPY itself is down. So the overall market is down some. But I mean, we're still over 300 here, guys. We're still over 300. Last week we did break lifetime highs in the overall SPY. And so we're still pretty strong here, I think. Yeah, I'm not saying it's going to go up today. I mean, I profit when the SPY goes down, generally. But but yeah, we'll see what happens with it. That reverse Z is always the sign. Yeah, for sure. Cool. But I still think that might be Eddie Tia. Sorry. Can I just say Eddie? Are you a male or female? If you're a male, can I just say Eddie? You know. We gotta give you a nickname. All right, guys. But yeah, CRC looks good. About 5 minutes, we'll look up some news. We'll let a few more people get in here. Let's do this, guys. Good morning, Shally. Okay, cool. Yeah, I'm just gonna call you Eddie then, bro. Nice, man. All right. That makes my life easier, you know. The only reason listen, I'm giving you a nickname because you're here every day, and so previously I think I just called you AD because that was easier. But yeah, what's up, Ray? Good morning, man. Oklahoma, nice, nice. Never been to Oklahoma. My stepfather is actually from Sault Ste. Marie, Ontario, and so I've ridden a few Greyhound buses from Louisiana to Canada multiple times in my teenage and early 20 years. I don't think I broke the rules. I just, all I said was, I'm just trying to think of a nickname for him. I'm trying to personalize the YouTube experience here, give the man a nickname. That's all I'm trying to do. Are you looking for short opportunities for market opening now? I mean, essentially all I'm really trying to do here is I'm just going to wait to react. A lot of the time you'll see me look for gap ups like CRC, Yuma, WLL. So I'm looking for gap ups, and then I'm usually going to look for them to fill some of these gaps on the way down, like basically turn around and go the other way and fill some of these gaps and then short them on the way down, right? So I'll document the pre-market levels, base those off, use those as my risk or reward targets and stuff like that, and then just look for them to fill some of the gaps. Most of the time, though, I've been shorting stocks, but it all depends. Hey, get out of here, man, with the Saints talk. Breeze was hurt, man. Breeze got hurt. And so that game is insignificant, man. That game is insignificant. We had the rookie QB in there, Bridgewater, or whatever his name was. All right. All right, guys. All right, guys. Let's do this. Let's do this, guys. All right, so what's everybody's main watch today? Like I said, I'm keeping an eye on WLL. Hey, appreciate the sub, Mike. Hey, thanks, brother. Appreciate it, man. Welcome to the team, bro. But yeah, I'm looking at WLL, probably one of my main watches. Another one that's interesting that is tradable is AIMT here, and I guess we can go ahead and look up the news and the catalyst for these now. We can go ahead and look up the news now. So let's see. First, what I'm gonna look up, I guess, is Yuma here. YUMA. So yeah, just to clarify, ALDR, before we move on with this, ALDR is a acquisition buyout deal. A Danish company, Lundbeck, announced plans to acquire Alder Pharmaceuticals in a deal valued at $2 billion. The other one said $1.9 billion, but roughly a $2 billion acquisition for ALDR. We'll see what happens. A lot of times it's going to move slow, though. Then we got SEMG. SEMG, and this one's up after Energy Transfer announced plans to purchase SEM Group in a $5 billion deal. So apparently this is an acquisition as well. So SEMG apparently is an acquisition as well. And again, it says, quote, it's up after Energy Transfer announced plans to purchase SEM Group in a $5 billion deal. But I'll still watch this one because this one looks a little bit better, I guess. But still, kind of disappointed to learn that, to be honest. I don't really like trading acquisitions or buyouts necessarily. So a little disappointed in that. We also have YUMA. I'm not really seeing any catalyst for YUMA. If you know why this one's up, let me know. Because, yeah, I'm not really seeing much news on YUMA quite yet. So, yeah, don't know why YUMA is up, but it looks solid. We'll see what happens with that one. Then we got CRC. CRC. This one, I don't see any catalysts for CRC as well. If you, like I said, if you know the catalyst for Yuma or CRC, let me know because I'm not seeing anything right now for these. All right, there's got to be something else going on here because I'm not seeing, it's not telling me any of the catalysts here. So WLL, I'm going to look up CRC actually. Let's get stubborn with this thing. I don't see any catalysts for CRC either. Is this all just energy stocks that are gapping up? Yeah, I don't see any catalysts for CRC. Let me know if you know why that one's moving. WLL, like I said many times, I think this is one of my favorites. All right, so first off, WLL was an upgrade to an overweight and announced an $11 price target. So this one was upgraded. I guess this is all just crude stocks that are up. All right, so here's oil plays. Citi will show the biggest reaction to the surge in crude oil prices. And it says, quote, this is an analyst's results. And he said, quote, Citi identified the companies it says will have the biggest reaction to the rise in crude oil prices following the attacks in Saudi Arabia over the weekend. Small and mid-cap oil explorers and producers that are heavily shorted or where positioning is negative include Extraction Oil and Gas, which is XOG. I can't read this morning. Usually I'm doing okay. I don't know why I can't read this morning. WLL. CPE, that one's all right. CRZO, RES, and so this is all crude oil stocks. OAS, DO, and E, and so yeah, oil stocks just ripping this morning is what it is. All right, so that's what we got for that one. Now, like I said though, we have AIMT is another stock that just a huge move. Up all the way up to 29 and then back down to the 2630s for AIMT here. Now the big question is this another energy stock? Okay, so this one's up after the company disclosed that the FDA Allergenic Products Advisory Committee voted to support the use of their Palforzia for peanut allergies. So FDA voted to support this company for their drug that helps peanut allergies, apparently, is AIMT. Interesting. So we'll see what we get with that one as well. I'm going to watch that one. It is tradable too. And now we can look at the overall market here. Let's see. We can look at the overall market. And again, we're gapping down. At least the SPY is. The SPY is down. Down from 301.09 all the way to 299.95. So this one has actually dropped since I last looked at it. The last time I looked at it, it was right here. over 300. So I think this $300 level is going to be a huge level in the SPY, and I think that's the big level everybody's going to be ultimately watching. Like I said earlier, technical analysis is all psychological. It's all psychological levels, and it is predictable, just like human psychology is predictable. And so the big level I think you want to watch in the overall SPY is that $300 level. Such a big level. We'll see if it can hold support there, or it could actually act as resistance and get rejected there too. And so that's what I'm watching on the SPY. We'll see what happens with that, and we'll see if we can find some actual news here for it. Let me see. Yep. What's up, Tyrell, Adam, Mike, Shreep, Kathleen, good morning, Carlos, Eddie, Andreas, Carlos, Young. What's up, bro? What's up, Young? How you doing, man? All right, guys. All right, so yeah, like I said, let's go ahead and look up some overall market. All right, so this is actually an interesting article posted by CNBC. Interesting article posted by CNBC, and it's titled, quote, 5 Things to Know Before the Stock Market Opens on Monday, and it's done by Matthew Belvedere. Man. What if you had the last name Belvedere, huh? That's like a pompous last name. All right, anyways, the first one is Dow is set to fall as oil spikes on the Saudi attacks. So, U.S. stock futures were under pressure today as oil prices spiked after Saturday's coordinated drone strikes on a key Saudi oil processing facility and around the Correas and I'm not even going to try to pronounce that oil field. Exxon, Chevron, and other U.S. energy stocks were getting a boost. And so, yeah, that's the first thing to know. And that is, like I said, this is per CNBC by an article published called 5 Things to Know Before the Stock Market Opens by Matthew Belvedere. Just kidding about his name, though. Spiking, and number 2 is spiking oil won't likely derail sweet spot for stocks. And so it basically says that the attacks on Saudi oil infrastructure came as a resilient stock market already faced a test. So they basically are saying that they don't think it's going to affect the market that much. It says in the past week, it says, quote, in the past week, though, the S&P 500 has waged a steep 6% rally, pulling within 1% of its late July record high by Friday's close. I did break highs in the SPY. I guess the S&P 500 overall didn't, though. Number 3 is, it says, Trump says U.S. is, quote, locked and loaded after Saudi strikes. It says, the Trump administration is waiting for Riyadh to determine who launched the strikes before taking action. There's no reason, he says, quote, there's no reason to believe that we know the culprit, end quote. Number 4 is Aramco works to get the production back online. So that's the kingdom's national oil company, and it says months to resume normal crude oil production after the weekend attacks. So it may take some time to get back online, basically, for them. And then they also had another one that said union workers at GM walk out after contract talks fail. And like I said, this is all from CNBC, an article posted called 5 Things to Know Before the Stock Market Opens Monday. And so interesting day today, guys, for sure. Should be a fun day. Alright guys, let's do this. And like I said, go check out Trade Ideas, best scanners in the game by far. If you're wondering what scanners I'm using Trade Ideas, super customizable, dynamic scanners. If you look at all the big time traders on YouTube and really in the trading world in general, there's a reason all of these traders use Trade Ideas, is because they're super cheap, they're super customizable, and they're just really dynamic, allowing you to do a lot of different stuff with them. The thing I really like about them, aside from them making my mornings much easier, is that they actually let me build scans around different strategies. So like if you know me, you know I have like a VWAP fade scanner that tells me when stocks are crossing over and under the VWAP, and that's super beneficial for me as a trader. And so if you look in the chat, if you use promo code BT15 at checkout, you get 15% off. Great way to help support our channel. And like I said, in my opinion, they're the best scanners in the game by far. And so I'll post that link here if you want to check those out. All right, we do have Mitch here, guys. Let's get Mitch up and running here. What's up, team? How's everybody doing today, guys? How's everybody doing today? So let's do this. So, all right, we got Mitch here. Yeah, man, UWT and the oil attacks. Yeah, oil is running up, I'm sure, with the increased price in oil. Exxon and all the big oil companies are doing well. Does anybody know Exxon's symbol? I can't remember Exxon's symbol. XON? No. I could just type it here, I think. Yeah, it's XOM. Did I just type that? It is XOM. Okay, so I was right. I don't know why it didn't show up the first time I typed it. All right, yeah, so. What's up, Buzz? And remember, guys, hit that subscribe button. We day trade live on stream every single weekday morning, starting at 8:15 market time. We do this live, guys, so we do it live. We don't make you, we actually show our account balances. We show all of our executing brokers. We show our P&L. You can keep track of my account balance day to day, and we actually do this live. Regardless of whether we win or lose, I think we're honestly one of the few people that actually do this live every day. You got other people that do it, but they don't actually show you their executing broker. They don't show you their account balance either. They just say, oh, I'm in this stock. And it's like, sure you are, buddy. And those are the people, like I said, that are just making money from YouTube. We actually show you everything. And so if you appreciate that transparency, hit the subscribe button, click the bell next to the subscribe button if you want an alert every time we go live, and help support your favorite day trading channel, guys. Hey, appreciate it, Harold. Thanks, bro. Harold said, good hunting today to all the perfect trades for your account. Hey, thanks, bro. Hey, let's do this, man. We'll see what we get. I'm good, just worried about making a bad call on a stock. It should be a fun day. Like I said, I am down after last week. Last week was a losing week. I think I lost about $100. I'm still about $500 in profit in my account, and so I'm still solid. I'm still okay. But, I did take a trade. So AD, if you actually, here's the thing. I actually I filmed the entire trade, Eddie. Here, let me put my Instagram in here. So I actually filmed the entire trade, and I showed my account balance, my P&L, and my trade log, and I think my tickets from the trade, because I tried to show you guys everything, because I don't typically trade after the stream, but I did take a trade with 2,000 shares. Here you go, Eddie. Here's my Instagram if you want to watch it. And yeah, you guys go follow me on Instagram. Go follow me on Instagram, and you can watch. It's not a small video. It's like a 10-minute long video of my trading. Like I said, I think Friday was just a bad disciplined day. I think it was just a bad disciplined day. I definitely made some mistakes, and I was able to end it up in gross profit. Spoiler. There's my Instagram if you want to check that out, guys. Yeah, just go follow me on Instagram. I'm trying to build my Instagram up. I honestly just created it, but yeah, it was a bad disciplined day. Spoiler, I did end it up $101 in gross profit. So I was able to come back from the big loss I took earlier Friday morning. But as you can see, after commissions, especially when I take 2,000 shares, like I still ended up losing money that day. And so like I said, I'm transparent. I show you guys my account balance every day. I could try to pretend like even though I did end that up in gross profit that I still made money on Friday, but I didn't. After commissions, I lost money. I think I lost $40, $50, and so tough week. But it is what it is. That was my first losing week in a while. So, yeah, go follow me on Instagram. I post it. What's up, bro? What's up, man? We got Mitch here. Mitch. Here, hold on. Let me unmute you. There you go. All right. No, wait. Hold on. Wait. It's not working. Hold on. There you go. Now it's working. All right. Now you can do your good morning intro.
Good morning, trader.
All right, guys. We got Mitch here in the house today. Hey, appreciate the sub, Mohammed. Welcome to the team, brother. Appreciate the sub, man.
Welcome. Good morning, beginning trading family. Let's do this.
Yes, sir. What is my prediction for WLL? I don't make predictions really, man. I mean, let me preface this. Sometimes I make predictions, but I don't rely on predictions, and they're just speculation, obviously. Like, I don't know. I think this one's going to come down. But considering a lot of these are oil companies, it all depends on what the sector does. Man.
Oil going crazy. We got oil crazy today.
It all depends, man. Yeah, it depends on what the sector does, man, because if the sector starts to heat up, this thing could start running. I typically look for fades at the open with some of these gapping stocks, but again, Mitch and I try to be more of a reactionary trader than a predicting trader. I build a trade plan, but it's typically after the open because you never really know which way these things are going to head. And if you start trying to predict which way a stock's going to go and then basing all of your trades off of that before the open, then you might as well just be a swing trader because I'm just trying to react to what I see. I think it's going to come down, but if the sector heats up, it could very easily spike up. And not an investment professional, so just kind of,
Yeah, some of the brokers that we've used is TradeNet, SureTrader,
Ustock Trade, Webull,
Ustock Trade,
Thinkorswim. I've used all of them. If you go look at my channel, I've used all of them. I've used Webull, Thinkorswim, SureTrader, Robinhood, Ustock Trade. So I've used about 5 or 6 different platforms, and that's why I like. If you go to our website, I got a few reviews on the different no PDT brokers that I've used because there's some pros and cons to each one.
I'm excited today, though. The biggest move in oil we've seen at least all year, without a doubt. Almost every single oil stock you find is going to be gapping up unless they're inverse. Then look for a gap down. Definitely going to take a look at these oil stocks today as many traders are going to be looking at them. We'll see what moves they put in, see if there's any that we can trade, that we can find some good edge on.
That's right. All right, so we got some questions here. One of them is, would you say it is possible to earn at least $700 per month from day trading as a beginner? I think that is the complete I might be a little hard on you here, but I'm not trying to. I think that's the wrong question to ask as a beginner. I think that when you start trading, right, you have to have a reasonable expectation for it, and thinking about how much money you want to make as a brand new trader is the wrong thought process, right? Honestly, at the beginning, you just want to gain as much experience as you can, because when you start putting pressure on you to make a certain amount of money, then you're going to have too much pressure on you. And when you first start trading, you just want to take it slow. You're probably going to lose money no matter what for at least a year. You're probably going to lose money no matter what. I know it's not the fun thing to hear. I know I'm probably a buzzkill with this, and that's okay. But you want to have a reasonable expectation for it because a large majority of traders are going to lose for at least a year. And so your goal as a trader is to trade small enough that allows you to extend your account as long as possible to gain that experience. That should be your goal as a new trader. Because if you start to try to say, okay, I have to make this much, then you're almost definitely going to be trading with too large of size. And then in turn, you're going to lose your account before you gain that necessary experience. And so the best advice I can give you is just to take it slow, trade small, don't set any, expectations with regard to how much money you're actually going to make, and just try to take it slow. That's my best advice I can give a new trader. You know. Webull. So you mean Webull versus Robinhood? Which one do you prefer? So honestly, they're both good at different things. Webull specifically has Webull allows you to trade in pre-market without a margin account, and I think they're one of the only no PD or they're one of the only zero commission platforms that let you trade in pre-market. And so if you like to trade in pre-market, I think Webull's the one. Zero commissions. It doesn't cost anything. You are restricted by the PDT rule with Webull and Robinhood. And then with Robinhood, you know, the options trading is what gravitates me. You can also trade crypto on Robinhood. And so that's what I think. It just depends on what your style is. You know, if you like trading in pre-market, Webull might be the one for you. If you like options trading and stuff like that, Robinhood's the one for you, I think. But it all depends. Webull definitely has better charting. Webull has indicators, candlestick charts. You can change the time frame on your Webull charts. And so Webull is actually like a legit mobile platform that you can, like I said, put candlestick charts up, add indicators. Robinhood, not so much. But you know, it's all dependent. The biggest issue here with Webull and Robinhood is that Robinhood has an option, like a plan that allows you to have immediate I'm drawing a blank. Basically, your funds are back into your account immediately after you exit the trade. With Webull, you're going to have to wait for the T2 rule. The transaction plus 2 days rule is what it stands for. It's called the T2 rule. It used to be the T3 rule. But that basically states that you have to wait 2 days after you're out of the trade, after you're done with the trade, for those funds from that trade to be put back into your account. And that's a SEC rule. And so I think Robinhood has a way around that, but I don't think Webull does. And so they both have good and bad things about them. Like I said, I think Webull, pre-market trading, legit good platform with candlestick charts, indicators. I think that makes sense. But it's all dependent. They're both good at different stuff.
Yep, definitely. I mean, at the end of the day, what we always try to tell you is that there's strengths and weaknesses to almost every broker. Um, and the real key is learning how to adjust to the weakness, you know, not letting that affect you on that platform, and then using the strength of the platform to get yourself and continue yourself in the edge.
Right. Yeah,
There's
and it's a
every
process.
broker has a strength, you know.
Yep. They're all good for different stuff, and you know, it just depends on what kind of trader you are, you know.
Yep, 100%. I agree with that. Because even some that are that others would think not to go to are strengths for other. I know a lot of people that trade with, like, let's say, interactive brokers. Reason they choose that is that they have a lot of shares. They have a lot of easier to short stocks than a lot of brokers do, and that's also another strength. I mean, if you're trying to short stocks, but you're trading with a broker that never has shorts to trade, then this is actually going to be hurting you, um, you know, and that's what you got to look for. Try to match your style with the right platform, and that'll definitely help out.
Yep. All right, guys, we got 9 minutes left. 9 minutes. So let's see what we get today. Like I said,
What's your top
WLL.
watches, man?
Yeah, man, we got a lot of movement here. ALDR, we got SEMG. I think both of these are actually acquisitions, though, after looking at them. Unfortunate, I liked SEMG, but CRC, WLL, SM, AIMT is tradable for us, and it's pretty volatile today. AIMT, CHK, Chesapeake Energy, small range, big float stock. RRC, gapping up, RRC, range resources. So we actually got a solid amount of movement here, but
All right. Two of the ones I'll be watching, guys, are some of the stocks that I made a lot of money on last week. MIK made over $900 on this one last week. I mean, I've had some losses last week too, but in this stock itself for the week, I made over $900. So definitely going to pay attention to this stock. Seems like it wants to react towards my patterns and trade that way. So I'm going to go ahead and keep an eye on it. Today, I'm going to be watching MIK to break $9. $9 is really going to be key for this stock as it's building support underneath that in the 850s.
Yep.
So let's go ahead. If it can pull back through $9, I'll definitely take a look at that one. Another one to watch is one that we've been having on the watch for a while. LCI. LCI. This one definitely taking a turn. Yes, on Friday, after about 1 p.m., it really tanked on that $15. Didn't print anything past $15 from that moment, and has come down to 13.51. I'll be watching for this one to pop up to 14. If it can pop to 14 and then start fading, we'll be looking to short this one also.
Yep.
And then from there, I'll be watching a lot of the oil stocks and then the common stocks that we watch: tech sector, um, cannabis sector, and others. See what we get today.
Yeah, it should be fun. We got a lot of movement, at least considering all the catalysts this weekend and stuff like that. So it should be a good day. Like I said last week, if you saw the video I posted, I did make $101 in gross profits, but after commissions on Friday, especially with using 2,000 shares, it looks like I'm down in my account. I'm down to $495 in profit, which is okay. Still green, but overall, that's one of the reasons I'm scaling up its size. Really, what that shows me is that I need to hold my winners a little bit longer, because if I'm using big sizing, but my commissions are outweighing my gains, then I need to hold my winners a little bit longer and make a little bit more with the bigger sizing. So that's what I got to work on now.
I agree.
Yep. And so we'll see what happens.
It's just about being patient, always looking back at your trades on cent per trade versus realized and unrealized gains. I think this is the most common thing to get focused on that really doesn't help you. You know, when you focus on the actual money lost or the actual money gained, it just creates emotion half the time. Even when you're winning, you get like kind of this euphoria emotion in you. And then when you're losing, you get like this just the end of the world feeling. And that's not what we want to have as a trader. We
Right.
want to stay consistent with our emotions, whether we win or lose. Just be consistent, stick to the system, be happy when you trade your system, because I think that's a real positive thing. Is that when you do trade correctly and you execute your strategy, that's when you really got to give yourself a pat on the back and be happy about your trading, because that shows consistency.
Right.
That's how you create an edge and how you continue getting profits from the market.
Right. Listen, I'm at the point now where I'm confident enough in my trading to know that like individual weeks, small time swings are insignificant, because I know as a trader eventually it's gonna continue pushing up just based off of my long term graph. You know, my long term graph is beautifully up. And so if I could just stick with it, scale up, be a little bit more disciplined with my trades, then I'll be okay. And small time swings don't matter. Even if today's a losing day, I'm still okay, because in the end, I understand I got a lot of room in this account. I've scaled up to larger sizing finally, and now I can actually just try to make some money in the market. That's the goal, guys.
All right, we got a question for you, man. My Thinkorswim expert.
All right.
Uh,
So you go to the settings sprocket right here.
well, explain the question first, so
Okay.
everyone else knows.
So we got a question from Adam that says, how do you separate the volume into a bottom chart on Thinkorswim? So you go to the sprocket here, and then you can see how it says overlap volume. That's what I did this morning. So you can check that, you uncheck that, you click apply, and then the volume is going to be on the bottom chart. So you just
Boom.
uncheck overlap volume.
Yep.
Hey, I hope you're right, John. He says, my senses are telling me that you'll make over 200 today. We'll see, man. I don't want to have unreasonable expectations. Honestly, not that I expect to lose, but I need to be okay with losing. I had a really solid few weeks up to this point, and like I said, when I did scale up, I scaled up 2 weeks ago today. Like I said, when I scaled up, it doesn't matter if I make or lose money. It doesn't. What matters to me right now is that I can actually have the guts to scale up in size, that I actually have the guts to scale up. That's the goal, is to just maintain a larger sizing. Even if I lose, even if it's the worst day ever. You know, I just need, if I can have that conditioning to scale up in size and to remain at that larger sizing, I know in the long run I'm a profitable trader. It'll even itself out and I'll be fine. But I have to scale up in order to do that. If I scale up and then I go back down to small size and I don't actually keep myself with that standard, then it's just going to end up going back down to small size and I'm never actually going to make any money doing it.
I definitely agree. I mean, trading's always a matter of testing your skill level, and that's really what you're at. It's a test of the skill level. It's time to put the pressure on. Yeah, you're gonna always feel more pressure as you increase in share size. There's gonna be pressure on a lot of different angles of your trading, whether that be sticking to your risk, whether that be trading the right kind of charts, being selective, or whether that can be holding to your reward. And those are all different factors that are going to be playing in here. And that's why we try to teach you through our experience so that you can learn and try to really kind of up your skill level as you grow as a trader. And that's really what you're trying to do is you're trying to get better in certain areas of your trading so that it can be more consistent and get that edge that we're looking for.
That's right. And it'll be fun, and it's been a fun journey. Like I said, you guys got to understand where this account was, right? This account was down. I was like $700 down in this account, right? And so really in the last 2 or 3 months, I've gone from being down $700 to being $500 in the profit, right? So I've effectively made $1,200 net in this account in the last few months. And that's perfectly fine with me. That's perfectly acceptable, especially considering the sizing I was using for most of that time. And so, I'm just trying to be optimistic about it and say, look, I was down 700 in this account, but I actually fought back, came back, and now I'm up 500. So I came back the last few months and broke into the profits. And so small time swings are insignificant. I've kind of honed in on our system, and it works super well. What's up, Felix? Yeah, Haley. If you do the trading challenge and lose, you could still use my discount. Yeah, for sure.
All right, guys, get into that 9:25 almost here. Definitely, guys, if you haven't already, definitely hit the subscribe button and the bell next to it. This way you get alerted every single time we go on live, and you get to join us as we continue trading and getting into the competition. Definitely excited to start the competition tomorrow. It seems like it's going to be a lot of fun trading with big sizing. Going to be going for at least $1,000 gains. I'm gonna be definitely taking swings here. This one thing I'm not afraid is taking some swings, and really excited. So definitely hit the like button and that subscribe.
That's right. Click the subscribe button. We do this live every single day. We're, in my opinion, we're the realest people out there. Some people hate on us. Some people get insecure about us. And the reason they get insecure and hate on us and ban us from their streams and do all that stuff is because they know they're not showing you their account balance. They're just saying, oh, I'm in this stock or I'm buying this option. But they're not actually showing you that. And so, come on now. Like, you want to see what it's really like? Watch our stream. Everybody knows what's up. What's my opinion on work? WORK. Hey, yeah, man. Hey, they're moving in pre-market, Joseph. They're moving in pre-market. WORK looks weak on the 1 minute. Let me look at the long-term chart. Long-term downtrend since it IPO'd. Yeah, just looks weak. I mean, that 23.93 previous low is what I'd watch for WORK. All right, guys, let's do this. What's up, M1? Good morning, man. All right, let's do this. Let me fix my filter here a little bit so I'm not... All right, that works.
One stock that I'll be watching, guys, is a stock that has a higher float, so it should hold the levels a little bit better. But I think it's definitely tradable. I'm going to be watching XOM, which is Exxon Mobil.
Yeah, man, that's kind of one of the alpha oil stocks. So,
yep, we'll keep that one on watch. Chevron, CVX.
Yes, sir. Let's do this, guys. And like I said, if you're signing up for the competition for the World Series of Day Trading and you haven't gotten anything back from it, I can check for you today. And so once the stream's over, just send me a message. You can email me at beginnertrading@gmail.com. You can send me a message on Twitter. My handle is at beginnertrades, not beginner trading on Twitter. It's at beginnertrades, TRADES. You can join our Discord and send me a message there. But yeah, if you want me to check with you, if you haven't gotten your login information yet, or you haven't received like confirmation for the competition, like I said, reach out to me, let me know, and I'll do my best to check to see what's going on with you today. So, yep. What's the catalyst for Yuma? I couldn't find anything. I tried to look for YUMA. I couldn't find any catalyst for it. I don't see anything. Honestly, so Yuma is actually an energy stock, apparently. So, yeah, so that's why.
Yeah, well, it's because of the oil.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's an oil stock. So, it's just up because oil is going crazy after the Saudi attacks.
Yep. It's a big part of knowing what's called the underlining asset. One of my favorite professors always told me, if you can find what the underlying asset is in most stocks, then understand that kind of commodity or whatever the product is there. That's going to give you a lot better understanding on where the stock's going and why it's moving.
Yep. All right, team, let's do this.
A good example was at some point way back, probably 2 years ago, I wanted to short GoPro based on the knowledge that I knew the underlying asset in GoPro was microchips. And it was a microchip that was outdated. And so at that point, I found out that Ambarella was the ones that were making these chips. And I was able to figure out a short in that kind of consensus of, hey, well, the outdated chip, this is the underlying asset, what really controls GoPro, and I took a shot, and it paid off,
Yep.
So that's how you can kind of look at stocks and think about them at a little bit more than just a technical analysis. That's including a little bit more financials and understanding that stocks move a lot of the times because they're underlying asset.
We got 15 seconds until the open. Let's do this, guys. So oil's kind of dipping down a little bit before the bell here. But yeah.
I'm going to be expecting a pullback into oil and then look to see the bag buyers. That's what we always look for.
All right, there's the bell. All right.
Just take it easy, brother. Just another day. Let's do this.
Yeah.
Just another day in the market. All right, one's the ones I'll be watching also in the oil stocks is MRO. That's Marathon Oil. Gonna look to see if it cracks 14 here. Looking to see the bag buyers really.
All right, so we got a spike up in the SPY. The SPY's up to 299.93 here. We got Yuma dropping originally at the open. We got Yuma dropping, AIMT dropping, AMD dropping, CRC dropping, CGC dropping down some. We got SEMG that didn't move much. So yeah, so we'll see. We might get some bounces. It's still super early right now. But yeah, AIMT dropping down some. CGC spiking up a little bit. Overall market spiked up to 299.95 and then got rejected right before the whole dollar. So we'll see what we get there. Let's see what else we got. What's up, Matt? What's up, guys? Remember to hit that subscribe button. We day trade live on stream every single weekday. So if you want to watch this to see what it's actually like, day trading the open, well, while we show you our account balance, profit and loss, you can keep track of us. We go live every day, so we can't fake it. If you want to see what it's actually like, hit that subscribe button. If you click the bell, it turns on notifications every time we go live. So come watch what it's actually like day trading. CRC spiking up a little bit. All right, market's down though. It's down to 299.70s. Very choppy right now though. We got a lot of up wicks and down wicks in the overall market. AIMT, Mitch, check out AIMT. If it pulls back to the VWAP, it looks good, and it's tradable, and it's super volatile. Gotta look at AMD. Hey, appreciate the sub, Matt. Welcome, bro. Appreciate it, man. Thanks for the subscribe, brother. But yeah, so we got the SPY down.
Yeah. That one's interesting, especially if it can break 24. I would like to see AIMT break 24, then come back up.
Yep. All right, there's AMD actually pulling a red to green move here for AMD after a gap down yesterday, or after a gap down overnight. So AMD pulling a red to green move. Wash out long, squeezing up here. CGC, look at CGC. Cannabis stocks ripping up here. That thing's ripping up. WLL ripping up. Whew. Energy must have just ripped up here. I'm guessing XOM. Let me look at Exxon. No, Exxon is down. But look at WLL.
I see pullbacks in the energy right now. If your stock's going up, it could just be a momentum right now. But I'm seeing pullbacks and a lot of buys happening on these pullbacks. So looking for the momentum to hold here.
Look at WLL, man. Look at that one rip. That one broke pre-market highs and just skyrocketed up. So yeah, WLL getting squeezed up here. Which is why I said, like, I don't like to try to predict because they could really go either way for me. This one went up. I thought it might go down, but one of the reasons I don't try to predict, I always try to say it could very easily go either way. But yeah, there it goes. WLL breaking 10s here. We got AMD breaking over 30.44s. Look at the cannabis sector though. Look at CGC just ripping up here. Cron as well. CGC and Cron just ripping. We got the SPY here. That is up. So the SPY is ripping. So that's what's going on. So SPY's up to over 300 now. It's up to 323. Huge move.
All right, guys, looking to see if UWT is going to create a triple bottom here at the support. Support being 1441. Need to see it hold these 41s, come back around for the 1450 breakout. CGC definitely holding strong. Could look for a VWAP bounce play in that one if it comes back.
Yep. Maybe AMD too, especially with the gap to fill is what I'm kind of watching.
Keeping a close eye also on MIK. MIK shooting up there to the 970s. That one has heavy resistance at $9.90, $10. Get a watch to see if it gets rejected up here in the 80s, 90s level. If it gets above 10, I'll keep an eye on that one.
Yep.
Triple bottom here for UWT.
Look at SPY pulled back, but then it's bouncing back up here. So SPY moving some. We got AMD just ripping up here. So this is a microchip stock, AMD. We got we got M ripping up as well. But yeah, AMD pushing. Let's see MU. MU's actually down some with even though AMD's ripping, which is interesting. Look at MU, man. I might check that one out.
Watching right now, UWT might get long here.
All right, I might trade MU here for the fake out fade with the risk level of 52. We got up to 40. I'd probably take 700 shares or so. I don't know now, especially with the AMD ripping up and the market ripping up. I think it squeezed up a little bit too high past my entry, which is good because it stopped me from jumping in a stock that was about to squeeze up. And I think with the overall market and considering what AMD and other microchip stock is doing, which is really bullish, probably the best move not to jump in that one. Let's see. So we'll just keep looking. Don't want to force anything today. SQ ripping up. Roku ripping up. A lot of bullish moves today, guys. A lot of bullish moves. So I'd be careful shorting, like Mitch said. Maybe look for some bounces.
Yeah, I'm looking for red to greens and bounces right now. Unless I see a stock that just stands out.
I'm looking at a CRC, maybe. And AIMT doesn't look bad. It's just a huge range. There's no way I'm going to take 1,000 shares with AIMT.
All right, big volume coming in here in UWT.
Nice, Dermot. Nice work, bro. Yeah, WLL was one of my favorite. Whoa. I don't know if I caught you after you said that or what, but WLL with a huge pullback, man, which it's got to just be from oil, I guess, right? What's an oil, not an inverse oil ETF, a regular oil ETF, right? Like a normal oil ETF.
USO, I believe.
Well, that's United States oil.
That's just overall United States oil. All right. All right, guys, long here on UWT here.
So yeah, that's basically so if you're long on UWT, you're basically betting that oil is going to go down because it's an inverse volatility ETF. I mean, it's pretty extended overall, so you might be right here.
Well, I'm long UWT.
Right, but it's an
It would be.
inverse. Well, it's an inverse volatility ETF. So
Think,
if it goes up, that means oil's going down.
think that's DWT.
Let me see. Oh no, yeah, you're actually correct. So yeah, UWT is actually what I was looking for. You know, you're right. I thought, yeah, you're right. It was DWT. DWT is the inverse. This is just a normal 3 times leveraged volatility ETF. So you're correct actually.
All right, guys, need to see UWT hold 45s here.
Remember, guys, to hit the subscribe button. Oh, if Mitch is in, my bad, guys. Let me throw Mitch up. If Mitch is in, like I said, remember to hit that subscribe button. We day trade live every single day, showing you, all aspects of our trading. So if you appreciate that transparency, hit the subscribe button. We do this live every day. Let me get Mitch up here. There we go.
All right. Just can't let this break through the 45s. Saw the volume come in at 50, 51s, 52s, so that's what I'm looking for it again. Show confirmation, volume buying up here in the 50s. There's some buys right there.
I'm kind of looking at CRC here. CRC. Issue with CRC is the spread, unfortunately. Yeah, AMD looks really strong. I don't know if there was any catalyst that came out for AMD. I think it was more so just following the market in general. Is what I think happened with SPY and AMD, but who knows? Cannabis is just ripping up here. ENPH too. And I was looking at CRC.
There you go, getting some volume to come into my stock here.
Looks
See
good,
if we
bro.
can get a boost through 60s.
Hey, nice, Haley. Congrats. Thoughts on U.S. oil? I mean, to be honest, Mitch might be the better guy to ask that question. I'm not with fundamental catalysts like this. I'm not the best person to ask. I don't think. I just don't want to tell you the wrong answer about which way oil's going to head. For U.S. oil, I think obviously it depends on what oil does, and I don't know what oil's going to do. So with fundamental catalysts, Mitch is probably a little bit more well versed in that type of stuff. I just don't want to tell you the wrong answer, brother. I'm more of a solely technical trader.
All right, guys, got to hold to this 46 here. Pull back here to the 50s. Need to see volume recollect here in the 50s and shoot back up to the 60s. If it does tank down to the support, we need to get out. We can't get ourselves into the 38s for no reason. Got to give ourselves the ability to come back if this does go against us. If this goes up here through the 60s, we should get that lift up there, maybe to the 75s. This is where we want to see it hold that last low, which was 1450. We want to see the volume jump in here as it breaks through 57 and 60.
Yep.
There's some buyers stepping up there. There they come. Let's see if they want to put the racehorse on.
That's good, man. Remember, guys, hit that subscribe button. We do this live every day. You want to watch us trade live every day? Come join us again. Hit the subscribe button. Click the bell if you want to turn on notifications. We go live every single weekday. Rarely missing a day. Man, CGC with that huge push up here. It's just tough because ever since the market pushed up to 300s, it's been super choppy. And so it's just been super sideways.
Definitely agree with that.
If you look at the SPY, I'm gonna throw this up real quick over you, Mitch. But if you look
at breaking out there, guys, gotta hang tight here.
If you look at the SPY, look how choppy this is right here. After it made this spike, like look at this range here, and look at all these up wicks and down wicks. Like this range right here is just super choppy, much more difficult to trade in my opinion. And so I'll put Mitch back up, but yeah, just got some chop.
Yep. Didn't get the best entry here, guys. You would want to be closer to this 50 entry. So that's what's holding me back a little bit here, trying to let it pop into the 60s so I can take some profit here.
Yeah, AMD was really good for that washout long. That washout long on AMD was solid. I appreciate the
I'm going to give it this candle here, guys. I don't want it to double top here, so it needs to break out through the 60s here. If not, I'm going to stop out at 50. So I'm only risking $50 on this trade, trying to let it pop through the 60 here. If not, it'll probably pull back and go to the support. So I'll step out and I'll come back to it if I need to.
ENPH. I'm kind of looking at ENPH for a VWAP bounce. It doesn't look bad.
Yep, just flushing down here. Stepping out of it for a second.
Okay. Yeah, it's a tiny loss better.
Oh yeah, really small. I gave it the chance here to get like that opening breakout move, but with red to green moves, we usually expect to see a quick move. We don't want it to really building up there because it's just building on the VWAP. It's essentially doing a fade still. If it holds these 58s, that's a high resistance on it. And I saw that double top there at 58. I said I'll step out. I don't mind losing $30. I'm not going to put the down pressure right now to the 40s, lose $100, and put too much pressure on me out the open.
What stock were you in?
I was in UWT.
Oh, yeah.
UWT. So we'll look for this to come down and find support at the 40s. If it does and comes back around, then we could get that squeeze. But I had that feeling that it's coming to the support here, so I stepped out.
Right.
And there we go. There's the move towards the support. Saving myself a couple cents. Looking for AIMT to come back to 2480s.
Yeah, that's what I have.
Talked about this. I was looking for the break 24s. Let it come back there.
Yeah, that's what I have up now too. That's what I'm watching too. I like the risk. Let's see. You could use a risk level of this. I mean, I think the best level would honestly be this 50 level here. But I think that you could probably use like, if you wanted to, you could use 25 as well as your risk. It's just the range is so big, I don't know what kind of size I'm going to take with that one if I do jump in it. Kind of looking at US oil here. Kind of looks like a fake out fade. Here, hold it down, Mitch. I'm going to throw you up for a minute. I'll be right back.
Yep.
These coffee bathroom breaks, man.
Up one, down one, two. This fade here on COP. This is Kanoko Phillips. It's trying to fade here. Has a good resistance there at 61.58. Interesting stock. If it goes long here, it could probably squeeze pretty strong. So be careful. But I do think this is the third pop and could fade down here to 75. So I'm keeping an eye on it right now. All right, want to see this one bounce here, try to break out through 6150 and fail. All right, guys, seeing COP here push to the 6150s. Want to see if it's going to reject here. Out right now, risk on this one would be 60. Square. Yeah, I'm seeing that one go up and down.
All right.
All right.
I am back.
Looking at COP here.
AMD for a VWAP bounce, maybe. I'd want to get down at 54, but I would have to set a risk of 47. It actually isn't that bad. So if we get down to 54, I can set a risk of 47 on AMD. The big issue here is the previous day's close, which is 71. So this is the previous day's close. And I think that is going to be some support, but that would be my reward target if I did jump in this one. ENPH completely reversed there.
Saw 32,000 shares go through on COP at 61.55.
Yeah, kind of a surprising day. I thought it would be I mean, it's not a bad day, but I thought the SPY would be a little bit more volatile today, all things considered. Yeah, WLL just super strong. Nice little first VWAP bounce. Look at that first bounce on WLL. Really nice VWAP bounce there. All right, guys. So I'm looking at AMD, and what I'm looking at here is getting in as close to this 55 level as possible, and then using this 45 level as my risk, right? And so it's about 10 cents, and then I can set at least this 71 as my first reward target, which is going to be around 15 cents, and my main reward target being up there at 78. So it's at least 2 to 1. Yeah, it's at least 2 to 1. But I got to get as close to that 30.55 level as I can if I'm going to jump in that one. All right, there's the SPY ripping up on the upside, testing the highs of that opening range for the SPY. It's up to 328. And aside from a few VWAP bounce potentials, I'm not seeing too much. WLLSQ. Right, that's what I'm saying, Young. Well, the previous closing price was, the previous day's close was, let's see, 73, anywhere between 72 and 73. I just have it at 71 there, but that level's probably going to be some resistance. It's too late, though. It's not pushing up like I wanted it to, unfortunately. But it's still early, guys. We're only 20 minutes into the day. I got time. I'm just going to wait. SPY ripping up here. Check out the SPY. The overall market is just ripping up here.
Yeah, TVIX tanking.
Well, guys, I'm kind of looking at EMPH for a rejection. It just depends on how well it's following the SPY. So if EMPH pulls back up to that 22 level, I might be able to get a rejection play basing it off of 35 or so.
Oof.
Hey, what's up, Red? Welcome to the team, brother.
300,000 shares going through on MIK today at 57s, at 957s and 958. Over 300,000 shares at that price point. That's what made this spike happen, and that's why I'm paying attention to it, see if it's rejecting off the resistance up here.
Yeah, Scrap, get out of here, man. Don't be trying to promote other people's stuff on here, man. You know better than that, bro.
Alright. See what
What's
we
up?
find here.
Yeah, I mean, I'm waiting. We'll see what we get. Yeah, I'm not seeing. We got a pullback in the SPY, but I'm not seeing anything that looks really good.
I agree.
That's right, bro. Hey, man. That's right, man. Of course I'm ready, bro. Dude, I think it's just a natural. I'm going to win this thing, man. I think everybody knows I'm going to win. And if I do win, I'm giving my account away. I'm giving it away. So, I'll pick one lucky person to give the account to if I do win. But I'm about to win this thing, man, just for my pride right there. Yeah, small caps are definitely slow today.
Seeing volume coming in back into UWT here, getting interesting for me. It's a lot of volume at 1455, so waiting to see what happens at that point.
Yep.
OSTK up there at VWAP.
I was kind of looking at ENPH for that fade right there, but never got it. CRC ripping up. Hey, appreciate it, Haley. Definitely appreciate it. Hey, good. Thanks, guys. I probably should, Rashard. I probably should, man. My wife did say she was going to be on stream this week. Dude, my wife got a really mean comment, man. Somebody was like super mean in the comments, but it honestly, it kind of showed. It shows how desperate some of these people get. Appreciate the sub, Lukeman. Welcome to the team, Sonder. Appreciate the subs, guys. Welcome to the team. Appreciate the subs, guys. Remember to hit that subscribe button. We do this live every day. Yeah. So right now I'm looking at EMPH here. Just about where my risk is going to be if it gets back up there. Probably around 24.40 or so. Yeah, man, AMD's bouncing really nicely. I was looking at ENPH, but yeah, guys, sometimes it's just going to be like this where I'm just not seeing any of my strategies and setups. And a good lesson in trading, guys, is that you don't have to trade. You know, you might join this and say, oh, he's not trading, it's boring. You don't have to trade. You know, there's nothing, if there's nothing that looks good, there's nothing that looks good. I almost trade every day. And yeah, I mean, I'm trying to be patient here. But if we don't get anything today, I mean, we don't get anything. I'm not going to force trades unnecessarily. Hey, appreciate the sub, Ever. Welcome to the team, bro. Like I said, guys, hit that subscribe button. We got a lot of new subs today. Welcome to the team. Appreciate the subs. Welcome to the BT family, guys. Yes, I'm still trading 1,000 shares. And so, thus is why I take it slow today. And I'm waiting for good setups because... I mean, I do want to clarify. Like, I'm gonna trade 1,000 shares as long as it's like the range is reasonable enough for it. If the range is like $5 on the day, of course I'm not gonna buy 1,000 shares because I don't want to lose my entire account in one trade. But if the range is reasonable, then I'll take 1,000 shares. All right, guys. I mean, ENPH maybe. It's still super early. It's not even. It's just now hitting 10 o'clock, so we're only 30 minutes into the day, and so we should get some options soon here. I'm looking at WLL, see if it can pull back. I'm still kind of waiting for ENPH here. If it can get back up to the 16 level, it's just about where I want to set my risk. And I think 37 is a reasonable risk. This is one of those ones where my risk is too much to use 1,000 shares, though. But Mitch did use 1,000 shares, and so my thumbnail, we did do 1,000 shares. But like I said, it's all relative to, you know, what the range is of the stock and specifically what my risk is going to be in that individual trade, right? If my risk is 30, 40 cents, I'm not going to take 1,000 shares because I don't want to lose $300, $400 per trade. But if my risk is 10 cents, 15 cents, I'll probably take, 750 to 1,000 shares is kind of how I'm going to do it. Hey, appreciate it, Muhammad. Appreciate the sub today, brother. Ah, there's the move on ENPH. Just missed it. Oh, wait. Can Mitch hear me? I might have muted myself on Mitch. Oh, no. He can hear me. Okay. Oh, man. You were muted on the stream. My bad, bro.
No stress.
When I went to the bathroom, when did you get muted? Oh, I know it. I was checking something, and I didn't want the sound to pull through, and you're on desktop audio, and that's why you were muted. My bad. It was only for like the last 2 minutes. There is ENPH. I called it out right on the nose. Just never got my entry here, but there's the drop I was looking for. I was looking to short it around here, obviously, and didn't get it. Honestly, I traded in Power Hour on Friday, and I had pretty solid results, all things considered. I traded later in the day too. One thing, if you watch the video I put on Instagram, it's like
Oof,
almost
look
every
at that
single trade.
oxy.
Huh?
Oof. Was thinking about shorting that thing, but I never got my entry. But man, it just went down 60 cents
Yeah, I
in
saw it.
2 candles.
Quick. Yeah, I had to pull it up since you mentioned it. Yeah, it just dropped super fast. Huge range too.
Yeah, I was looking to take advantage of that first kind of washout, but
Brada testing VWAP. Oh, and family. If only you could get my name right. My bad, Stefan. I mean, Steven. I'm just messing with you, bro. I know your name's Steven. What's up, Steven? How you doing, man? Hope you're doing well, bro. I'm a little bit of both, Tobin. A little bit of both, man. Hey, appreciate the sub, Mohammed. Welcome to the team, brother. Thanks for the sub, man. ENPH, beautiful flush. Called out the short, just never got to my entry level after I called it out, unfortunately. But there's the drop. AMD, I mean, is maintaining above the VWAP, but not quite pulling back enough to give me any solid entries for that one. Still looking at WLL. Maybe if it pulls back to like 1028, I could risk off of 1020 or so. And then with a super tight risk, maybe I'd probably prefer 1014 as my risk. And so my risk would be 14 cents from right here. Entry here going long, risk of here, and then set like a reward target of like up there maybe. Looks good. Maybe going to consider that. But overall, the SPY is strong today. And so we're getting a lot of upward moves. And so I just got to be patient and wait for those moves.
paying attention to MIK right now.
I was looking at MRK too. If MRK breaks below the VWAP, I might consider a fake out fade with an 820 risk.
UWT going up there, passing that 60s. Finally, that one getting the momentum.
Did you ever try shorting key supports like ENPH? You could look at 70. Yeah, I mean, really what I was trying to do with ENPH is, like if you look at this, I was trying to get in around here. This is what we call a Viwa projection. And it's very similar to a fade, but it's like you get a bullish move instead of a downward move like a fade, a pullback below the VWAP, and then a bounce back to it. And then you short into this level here. Like you short into this right here. You know, and then you give yourself a tight risk and a big reward, which is what I was trying to do, covering it around the low of the day. But I just missed it. It never quite got back up there. AIMT Mitch is bouncing a little bit, man.
Yeah, I'm keeping an eye on it.
I like AIMT a lot, and this is why I like it a lot. Is because with AIMT, the previous day's closing price can be used as a risk in this situation, right? And so you got the previous day's close at 67, so your risk is right here. And if you get in at 41, you can use that 67 risk, which all things considered is a pretty solid risk level, very tight overall. And you can use that to kind of base the trade off of. For that reason, I like it, but I'm just not getting many favorable moves here.
Yeah, I think it's best to be just patient right now. We'll get an opportunity. If we're patient, we'll get a nice opportunity. This is when being selective can actually help you.
Yep.
So just waiting for the move here. The resistance is 350 and 40 here on the SPY. So let's see if it holds that. Now it's above that. It just opened a candle above that resistance. Let's see if it holds that or if it pulls back to the VWAP here.
On OXY?
I'm looking at the SPY. The SPY overall. It broke the resistance at 350 or 345, you can say, in that area right there. Now it's holding above that. We want to see it push to 301 or collapse back down to 300.
Yeah, SPY's ripping up, breaking highs. CGC cannabis plays looking strong too. NTEC looks strong. I think NTEC is right around like this big do or die level, right? Because you got this big level from the previous day right around where it's at now. So if like you look here, this 138 level, to see whether it can hold support there or not is going to be huge for this one, to see whether it either gets rejected or it holds support and continues on its push up. It's also pretty extended above the VWAP, and so it's a little extended on the upside above the VWAP as well. And so we'll see if it can maintain there for NTEC is what I'm looking at. And then we also have MRK here. MRK, which again kind of looks like a fake out fade. If it breaks down to 82 and then bounces back to 08, I could risk off of 82.20 or so. And I'm looking at that. SPY reversing here. Look at the SPY pullback.
The 40s. See if it holds them.
We're not one of those groups that give alerts.
A lot of volume coming in. AMD guys. A lot of volume.
We're not one of those groups that give alerts, man. We're one of those. I mean, we just day trade live every day, but we don't give hot stock picks over here. Like, we're not that type of channel. Most of the time, those are gonna be scammy channels, man. You know. Like, we just tell you what we see. Not gonna say they're right. Could be wrong. Might be wrong. You know. We just try to show you what we're actually doing. So.
I like the pattern on Disney right now. It's a bearish, but it's underneath the VWAP, but at the same time, it looks bullish. It's holding these supports at 136.56. I would like to see a move back up there to 136.80 so that I can risk off of 137 and I could short this. If I see momentum coming too strongly, I can wait for a second, see if it rejects off of the 136.90s. But keeping an eye on Disney here.
I'm looking at MRK for a bounce up to 82.08, and I might jump in with like 600 shares with the risk level of 19. So my risk is about 11 cents. We need that bounce up there, though. EMPH is kind of climbing back over there, too. So we do have some wicks, which signifies some buying pressure down here. ENPH maybe too is climbing back. I appreciate it, Red. Can you make tons of money? Yes. I don't know. I guess. You know, maybe. You might
making that money.
Right. Let me go get my Lambo real quick. You know, let me ride around in my Lambo. You know. MRK never bounced. Never got it. I appreciate it, Oscar. Thanks, bro. Yeah, just waiting. Not seeing much I like. EMPH maybe. I was looking at MRK. If MRK could have bounced up to 82.08, I could have given myself a really solid risk level of 82.20 for like 11 or 12 cent risk, and then a big reward level down here at like, I don't know, 84, 83, maybe 80. And so unfortunate, but I never got that one. And so kind of faded before I really had a chance to. ENPH. What's my rule on float? I mean, I'm not really...
All right, guys. Short here on Disney. Short here. Going to stick to the plan. Risk is 137.
All right, I got you.
Only in here with 400 shares because I have to adjust my risk and reward here. Can't risk 10 cents, so I have to risk up to 20 cents. I came in here with 400 shares. Let's see if it breaks down towards this 136.50. That'll be first profit. Next profit will be 136.25s.
How many monitors do I have? 3. I have 27-inch, 27-inch, 34 ultra wide in the middle that you guys see. CGC. Yeah, CGC has been maintaining above the VWAP all day. The issue with it is just never pulled back to the VWAP for me to enter. SPY's starting to drop a little bit here.
Yep. I feel like I got a good entry, timed it correctly, and at least can stick to the trade now. Set the trade up, took the trade. Let's just hold to the levels now.
Yep. How do you check to see whether you're able to trade a certain stock on TEFs? You go to your trade manager and go to symbol and then type the symbol in. And if it has a Y under the is tradable column, then it's tradable. Look, you go to this. You see symbol. So if I type in FRAN, it says N because it's not tradable. If I type in AMD, it says Y, so it is tradable. Short size does not matter, so don't pay attention to short size, at least from my experience. Not 100% sure, but pretty sure, I guess. NTEC is pulling back to the VWAP here. I'm looking at EMPH2.
Not getting a crack here, guys. Wanted to see a quick crack.
Today's just one of those days where nothing looks good for me. Nothing's setting up for me.
It's just slow, man. It's better not to trade. If you're not seeing an exact chart that you like, I wouldn't take a trade today.
Yeah.
These are the kinds of days where you need to be selective. Look for A+ charts. If you are going to take a trade, be able to look back on it and be like, all right, I would take this trade again. If it was not today, if it was tomorrow, if it was a week from now, I would still take that kind of trade. And that's what matters. As long as you're getting into trades that are to your system, then it's okay to trade today. Now, what you don't want to do is start going outside your system today, lose money for no reason, just give it to the market, and then put yourself in a hole for the week.
Yep. Competition starts tomorrow, guys. Let's win this thing. I'm going to win. Like
Boom,
I said.
boom. Don't forget, I'm in the challenge.
Do it. Don't forget. Remember, John said he's going to win the challenge. Watch, somebody's going to clip this, and when I lose the first day, they're just going to show it to me.
Oh, they're going to bring it up. Could see it in the comments now.
Right. I guess I should make a more reasonable prediction that I'm not going to lose the first day of the challenge.
All
Guys.
right.
That's my prediction. I'm not going to lose.
I'm savage. I go crazy on these competitions.
Yeah. All right, MRK here, pulling up.
Trying to let these 70s crack here on Disney. Doesn't want to crack, guys. There we go. Got some downward pressure here. Attaboy.
All right, Haley, have a good day. See you later. Let's win this thing. Like I said, if you signed up for my team under the competition and you haven't received your info, your login stuff, message me. I'll check for you. I'll check for you. I know we've got a lot of signups, and so if you haven't gotten your information yet,
right,
message
guys.
me.
Order out here to take first profit once it breaks 60. Trying to let it break 60 here.
I'm not the one that's gonna actually send the platform. You should get a confirmation email if you signed up. But like I was saying, if you've signed up and you haven't received anything, you can join our Discord or you can message me on Twitter at Beginner Trades, at Beginner TRADES. Just send me a message and I'll reach out to you and just tell me your name. Here's our Discord link if you want to do it that way. And so, join our Discord, message me, and I'll check for you on that.
All right, guys, bounce here to 80s is fine. We don't want it to hold 80s, get above 83s. Yeah, definitely a slower day than normal Mondays.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, it kind of sucks because pre-market was solid. I mean, it's like the SPY has been slightly bullish. It's been maintaining above the VWAP. It's not making any crazy moves though. Like it's not a huge, crazy move day in the SPY, unfortunately, and so it's just kind of a dull, slightly bullish day in the overall market. And so with that, you got to be careful, you know.
Ooh, MIK breaking out there, guys. Pushing towards 10. It's trying to break out.
CRC, same thing. CRC's ripping.
All right. Let's see if we can get this flush down here.
They'll be sending me the scoreboards after it starts young, and I'll be updating you guys on it. I'll be making a video recap every day of the competition, talking about who's the top traders, you know, who's winning, who's losing, stuff like that. I'm also going to be making our own Discord for solely for the competition. NG. Yeah, NG. I mean, if NG pulls back to 627, it doesn't look bad. It's a little bit higher float stock, though, per the level 2.
All right, there we go. Getting that flush down here, guys. Let's see if we can crack the 60s now.
All right, I'm looking at MRK. Like I said, MRK can get up there. I'll take it. Hey, appreciate the sub, Sunil. Welcome to the team, bro. Appreciate the sub, man. Like I said, if y'all haven't already, click that subscribe button. We day trade live on stream every single weekday morning, showing you our account balance, profit, and loss. You can see us day trade live every day. And so if you appreciate that transparency, hit the subscribe button right now. It should be like over there. It should be over there. Hit the subscribe button. We day trade live every day. We attack the open every single weekday. Last time we missed a day was over a year ago. And so hit that subscribe button. Show your support for what we're doing here.
Getting that breakdown here, guys. Looking to take some profit as this breaks down here.
So it's a demo. It's a demo competition. So it's basically the way the competition works is they give you a demo account.
Boom.
Mitch just took half off. Profit. Yep. Nice work, Bo.
Oh, now I'm in the green, guys. Now I can just let the rest of the trade work.
But yeah, so the way the competition works is they give you a 240K funded demo account, and you get 6 trading days. It starts tomorrow. You get 6 trading days, and the top 3 traders on my team alone win packages, and then the top 20 traders in the overall competition win packages. And it's completely free to apply to and enter. It might be a little bit too late. If you reach out to me and you still want to be a part of it and you haven't signed up already, let me know. I'll see if I can get you one. But appreciate the sub, Cam. Welcome to the team. Appreciate it. But yeah, here's if you want to join our Discord so you can kind of talk with us about it, I'll post that link.
All right, let's see if these 55s can break down, make a move towards the 40s, and I could just take the $100. $100 on 400 shares is not a bad trade at all, guys.
Yeah, man, that's a good trade. That's like what, 26 cents share?
Yep.
Something like that.
Yep. So I took profit, guys, at the 20-cent mark because that was my risk. At least I already got a 1-to-1. So that 1-to-1 is going to help me, give me an ability to now stick in the trade and let myself try to let this break down. If it bounces to 80, that's going to be our hold and risk spot. It can't get above that 80, but it could bounce to 80 and come flushing right back down through the 50s. So we give ourselves the opportunity here to let it break down. If it does, it'll break down. If not, then we'll go ahead and stop out on the bounce.
Because I mean, it's just a day trading competition. It's the name of the competition is called the World Series of Day Trading, right? So it's a sole day trading competition. There's no swing trades. There's no options. It's just day trading, man. You know.
Yeah. And at the end of the day, it's competition, guys. This is to test your skills, to give you guys some excitement, some entertainment also, especially you guys that are paper trading. This is going to be fun for you guys. You guys are going to be able to put your test, your level and your skills. At the end of the day, guys, you guys want to win this package. So just work your hardest, try to trade your strategy. If you need to increase size to make those big gains, go ahead and do so. But always try to stick to the strategy. Remember what we're trying to teach you guys. If you stick to the strategy, you're going to put yourself in the green. Just like in this trade, I was red to begin with on the day, but I gave myself the right risk to reward. Now I put myself in the green, $10, and give myself a chance to really make a gain on the day versus rushing towards profit, letting your risk run too much, or essentially getting in the wrong trade because of the wrong risk management. There you go, breaking through the 40s here, guys. See if we can crack these 45s.
Yeah, I reached out to them and asked them if anybody can still sign up, so I'm checking.
Looking for this crackdown through the 45s to take some more profit, guys.
Yeah, then call them and ask them to switch, man. Yeah, I'm gonna be live streaming my competition.
All right, there we go, guys. Got that crackdown here. Looking to take some profit.
Yeah, Carlos, if you're on another team, bro, and you want to be a part of our team, switch to the dark side, bro. Call them and ask them to switch to the beginner trading team, to John's team. Tell them you want to be on John London's team, on the beginner trading, on beginner trading.
Gonna go ahead and take the trade there for Alpha 45, $106 win. I'll take that base hit.
Nice work, bro.
Especially on a day that I'm not seeing too much continuation. I don't want to go and swing for a home run.
Right.
If this was a day that I was seeing big moves, then I would maybe stay in this trade right here and just hold to break even.
Right.
But I'm not seeing big moves. I'm seeing range moves. Up to the range, down to the range. Up to the range, down to the range. So these are the days where you want to go ahead and make sure that you're going to take some profit, not let yourself kind of give away profit on a day like this. So now I give myself the ability to be up $70, and hey, let's go ahead and let's give it a shot now. Now we're up $70. Now we can use this $70 to go ahead and have the confidence to take another trade, just work and try to find the right pattern to trade, and we can go ahead and make some more money here.
Antonio says, 1 minute. Why do you love to gamble? I mean, I'll say this, man. I think that's a very naive comment, brother. A very naive comment. I've been making roughly $1,200 in gross profits with this account using the 1 minute chart for 3 or 4 months now, and I've been live streaming it every day. And so, I think if you think that the 1 minute chart's terrible, that's fine. But I think, like I said, I think that at a certain point in your trading, right, as you mature as a trader, you understand that just because something doesn't work for you doesn't mean it's not going to work for other people, and vice versa. And if you go around saying my way's the only way, and if you don't trade my way, you're wrong, then like I said, I think that's a little naive, little insecure way to be about it. A little naive and a little insecure of you. So that's all I'm going to say about that.
All right, watching LCI, guys. See what's going to happen here at the 1370s for LCI.
You mean my wife? Steven? See, I even said your name right, bro. Don't you be asking about my wife, man. I'm just messing with you. Yeah, she's doing good. She might be on stream tomorrow, or she might be on stream. She'll be on stream someday this week. She said she would. Y'all want to see my wife back on here trading? Oh, man, my wife should have signed up for the competition. I don't know why I didn't think of that. I'm going to see if I can pull some strings and get my wife on, too. Because she should be in this thing. She's not going to be here every day, though. That's the only issue. Yeah, I'm waiting for some stuff. I'm not seeing too much I really like. Yeah, man. I mean, listen. I'm not trying to hate on you, Antonio. I'm just trying to say, like, people make different things work. I like the 1 minute, and really it's just about what you're conditioned to use, right? Like, I've used the 1 minute chart mostly, and I don't solely use the 1 minute. Like, I look at the daily chart, the 5 minute chart. Like on my main chart here, I look at the 1 minute, 5 minute, and then daily for extension. But just my style of trading, it just works better with the 1 minute chart. And I just stick with what works. Like I said, if you look at my trader view here, like this is my graph from the last few months, and I've streamed it all live, so it's like, You could say the 1 minute chart doesn't work, but for me it works, you know.
All right, guys, watching LCI here, guys. The main thing that I'm seeing here is a buildup of the third resistance. Third resistance was clearly put in here at 1373. Now I'm looking for a rejection off that level. I need to see volume come towards it and quickly reject off that level so that I could short off that level and hold to 1380. This would be at about 10 cent, 8 cent risk for a potential move down towards the 1350s and then a move towards 1340s. So it's a nice 20 to 30 cent gain. I think this is a good risk to reward trade. So I'm waiting for the rejection. Now I needed to see the price action match the pattern so that I can continue and execute the trade.
Yeah. I'm looking at two different things right now, guys. I am looking at, here, hold on. I'm looking at MRK specifically. MRK. If it can get up to this 82.04 level, I'll risk off of 82.19. So my risk is about, what, 15 cents. And I'm also looking at, what was the other one? CRC, right? And I know this was an acquisition. But if this one can pull back to the VWAP at 14.22, and I can risk off of this opening range low at around 14 or maybe even like 14.04, I have a very tight risk with a big reward target up here at this quadruple top at 72. And so that's the other one I'm looking at. We'll see if we actually get any of these. I don't know whether I'm actually going to be able to nail any of these, but I'm trying to be patient and wait. Aside from that, I'm really not seeing much else I like. We also have the SPY here that's back down to the VWAP. So the SPY's back down to the VWAP here. Waiting for something to pull back and give me some type of bounce entry or something of the sorts, but I'm just not seeing much yet. Wait, what? Who's Jennifer? Oh. Yeah, it just depends on here. Listen, everybody's different, right? The shorter, it depends. Okay, so I'll put it this way. If you're a very short-term trader, you're gonna want to use a short-term chart, right? Like basically, if you're scalping, the 5 minute, 15 minute is almost insignificant. Almost, not completely, but like if you're scalping, if you're getting in and out within like a few minutes, like 1 or 2 minutes, then the long-term charts are not going to be as beneficial for you, right? But the chart that really is going to matter is the 1 minute chart. And lately I've definitely been scalping more. And so I'm not going to use the 5 minute chart to scalp because that would be quite dumb of me. So I'm gonna use the 1 minute chart if I'm trying to scalp because again, that's gonna give me the best story for what the stock is doing short term, if that makes sense. 2 to 1 typically, Antonio. I usually like at least 2 to 1 or better. I'm not saying I always take 2 to 1. Sometimes I'll get in like a 1.5 to 1 with like a 10 cent risk with a 15 cent reward or something like that. But most of the time I'm looking for at least 2 to 1 or better.
All right, guys, I'm back. I'm going to see if LCI wants to reject off that 1370. It already rejected once. Let's see it bounce here, and then I can take the trade.
All right, I'll be right back. Hold it down. I'm going to make myself some more coffee. I'll be right back.
EVIX bouncing hard here, guys.
All right, I'm back. Well, guys, nothing just looks good to me today. I'm just not seeing anything that looks solid. Most of the stuff, the biggest issue I'm finding with stocks today is most of them aren't pulling back to the VWAP, which is where I typically like to enter these moves. And I'm just not getting much with that.
No.
I appreciate the sub, Matthew. Welcome to the team, bro.
Looks like I might have run towards profit in Disney a little bit as it keeps coming down to the low of the day, but that's how it goes sometimes.
Yeah. Nah, you did good, man. Honestly, a green trade today is a feat for me because I'm not. Nothing really looks good for me. So
Definitely like the way I took that Disney trade though.
yeah, you did good, man.
Read the trade, called the trade out, was waiting for the rejection, got the rejection, got in.
Yeah, man.
That's how
You did
you
good
want
with that
to.
one.
That's how you want to trade. One of the biggest things is build your decision making skills and stick with it. If you say I built this plan up, I'm looking at the price action, I know where my risk and reward is, I know the complete plan. This is what I want to do. When the trade gets there, take the trade. You already did the hard work. The hard work really shouldn't be now clicking on the button. The hard work is the whole complete trading plan for the trade.
Yeah,
Understand that you've now done the hard work. Now it's time to focus on just executing where you want your entry, where the risk is, where the reward is.
that's right. All right,
All
guys.
right, guys, seeing a little spike here in volume. One of the biggest things is, I think, for us is this SPY went up above that resistance, which was at 340, then could never hold it and never held it. So I'm going to watch that pretty much all day. We need to either break supports or try up there again. It's kind of, other than that, it's going to be kind of a dull day unless we can break down through support of the low of the day, which was 299.69.
Look at Etsy, ETSY. I'm kind of bummed out now. Like, look at that one.
That thing's still going down.
It just faded perfectly, exactly off the VWAP. Just beautiful.
That one
Really a
does pretty
rejection.
well.
Yeah.
That one does pretty well. For a bigger stock, it definitely obeys the fade.
Right. I'm gonna have to watch it a little bit more. Yeah, I'm just looking at the gap down list now. OSTK has been bouncing up to the VWAP and then getting rejected, and bouncing to the VWAP and getting rejected. I think this is a big level for the SPY, but what we got a lot today is the SPY just sideways. Like, it pushed up some, and then it just kind of stayed stagnant. And so tough to trade when the SPY is not really doing much. Yeah, it's too late to sign up, unfortunately, guys.
We tried.
Yeah.
Tried to let you know.
Yeah, sorry, guys. Too late, unfortunately. Sorry, team.
Definitely come by though. Come watch this trade.
Right. I mean, listen, if you can't sign up for the competition, you can still do the challenge. Right. The challenge is completely free. And so go check this out. Look, I'll post it. But the challenge is free as well. It's not the competition, but basically the way it works is they give you a $10,000 funded demo account, and if you can make $500 in net profit while following the rest of their rules, you win a free package. And so you can do the challenge still, if you haven't already. I already said that. John, why don't I trade in tandem with Mitch? Because Mitch and I trade a little bit differently. Like, you'll notice, like, Mitch has been doing really well the last few days, and I haven't been doing super hot. But the entire month before that, I was doing really well, and Mitch did well too. But basically, the point is that we just trade a little bit differently from each other. I like different moves, and the goal is that we're independent from each other, right? Like, basically, before last Wednesday, every single day was green. Up until a week before that, and then a week before that, every day was green too. Wednesdays for some reason, and so individual small time swings don't matter. Mitch and I are our own independent traders, so we trade differently. Sometimes you'll see Mitch do really well, and sometimes you'll see me do really well. And the whole point is that we're just different traders. We just don't trade the same a lot of the time. I'm not going to just piggyback off of Mitch's trades, and he doesn't do the same thing for me, because in the end,
it's like,
we're our own traders.
I mean, at the end of the day, we're trying to figure out our own. We're still working traders, and I think that's what this channel is really about, guys. You guys will see us change, kind of adapt, and that's how a trader needs to be. You need to have adaptability. You need to be able to take different trades, understand your personality. My personality has a bigger risk I'm more than willing to take risk, and John's more risk adverse. I think this helps the channel. It doesn't really hurt us. It
Yep.
shows two different sides of traders. Sometimes my edginess gets me into trouble. I put myself into trades that I shouldn't get into. And John has a little bit more selectiveness. This gives him an ability to measure risk better. And that's also a strength. And you have to play into your strengths and weaknesses as a trader. And that's really what can help you. You know, if you understand your weakness, definitely get away from that. Try to figure out ways that you can control that downside. Now, if you have an upside where when things are going right, you feel like you can just snap in and out of trades, then go for it. There's nothing
Right.
wrong with it. Um, and I think that's really, it takes an experienced trader to understand their strengths and weakness, but it takes an even smarter trader to actually use that strength and weakness.
Right. And in the end, guys, everybody's going to trade differently. And the goal isn't like Mitch and the funny thing about this is that Mitch and I actually trade the same strategies. We trade the same strategies. We just trade them a little bit differently from each other. And they both work in their own right. You know, like we both trade the same strategies, just a little bit different from each other. And that's okay because the goal, like when you learn trading, right? Somebody asked me, do I give out alerts, right? I don't, because in the end, I think that's the worst side of the trading community. Hot stock picks and alerts is just nonsense, man. You can't piggyback off somebody else's trades. And in the end, the truth is that everybody needs to find the strategy and pattern and trading style that fits their personality. You know, like some people are going to be more risk friendly and have a little bit more patience with their trades like Mitch does, and some people are going to be more risk adverse that don't have any patience.
Guys, breakout stock LCI.
And so everybody's different in the end, and you know what I mean. Mitch and I are just completely different traders, and in the end, like it works for me, you know, and it works for Mitch. You know, like my graph is solid from my own trades, and you know Mitch's graph is solid from his. You know what I mean? And so everybody's different.
Boom. Done deal.
Here, send me a message in Discord.
You just spammed the chat with a whole bunch of crap.
Yeah.
Straight spam.
Yeah. Well, join my team. You know.
Yeah.
Join my Minecraft channel. Join my Minecraft channel.
If you're gonna spam, I mean, just expect to immediately just get deleted.
It is what it is. Right. Like you come in here, you promote other people, you're gonna get banned. You know, if you want to do it, like listen, this the sucky thing about all of it is that I'm actually very friendly about people promoting their own content. I've gotten less friendly about it as time goes on. But before, if you reached out to me and said, "Hey, I've got my own YouTube channel, trading YouTube channel. I love your channel, bro." I'd be like, "Hey, everybody, go check out Old Boy's channel. Go check out his channel. It's a great channel." And I'd give you free shout outs. But as time went on, people started abusing that, and people started like competing directly against my channel with channels that I've helped like boost and give them, you know, and give shout outs. And so in the end, people abuse it when people mistake your kindness for weakness. And so in the end, I just had to kind of can't do it anymore. I tried, you know, I tried. But even still, man, you got a channel you want me to shout out? Let me know in the Discord, man. Send me a message. I'll consider it. All right.
Wanted to see if UWT was gonna kind of crash from these 1470s, but it keeps pushing on them.
ENPH getting up there. I might consider that one. SPY bouncing back some here. SPY's back up to over that $300 level. It's up to 316. It's testing the VWAP now. What about hating on other streams? I mean, I don't hate on any streams. Like I you can hate on all the streams you want here. Just don't mention their names. You know what I mean? Like that's the biggest thing. You
Yeah.
know?
What we try to do is stick to the concepts, and I think John and I do a pretty well example of trying to stick to the concepts. So if we're going to down anything, it's going to be because conceptually it's not teaching you guys the right way to trade.
Right. Yeah, and you'll never hear me mention their name. Like I'll never mention anybody's name. I don't like the only time I negatively mention anybody, I don't ever mention their name. Like I'll tell you like yeah, like there's some gurus that are selling $1,000 DVDs that are 5 years old and just ripping people off. There's some gurus that have been caught having fake Harvard speeches, just obvious scams. But again, y'all are gonna have to research that for yourself. I'm not mentioning any names there. Like I'm not mentioning any names here. Because again, I'm not trying to start drama. Like I'm gonna leave it alone. But there's some charlatans in the trading world. We'll just say that, you know. Yeah, I play games, man.
My name's
Halo,
Charlotte.
Halo, UFC 3. I play Halo, UFC 3, Call of Duty. Yeah, man.
All right, guys. Not seeing much out there right now. Just taking it easy.
Yeah.
I mean, trying to be smart. I mean, I'm up $70. There's no reason to give it back.
Yeah, ask him yourself, man. He's right there. Mitch, check the chat. A man's got a question for you, brother.
Yeah, what's up? Why did I get out of Disney?
no.
All right. Well, Disney had support there. Let's look into the chart.
I'll say
Chart
this real
doesn't
quick.
lie.
Don't mean to interrupt. Breeze is going to be out for 6 games, man. 6 games Drew Brees is out, man. Especially
Don't
with
worry.
how what's his name went, our rookie QB last game went. We are doomed this year, man. Doomed.
That's a great example of following your heart or following your head.
Hey,
My heart told me go with the Rams.
I mean, you couldn't have predicted Breeze would get
my mind
hurt.
told me revenge game. The Saints will take it, so I stayed away from it.
Yeah, I mean,
I
Breeze
stayed
just got
away
hurt.
from the game. I stayed away from that game.
All right, I might take this
Definitely
trade
didn't
here.
expect it.
I might take this
All
trade
right.
with 13-cent risk. If I get in at 23, my risk is about 10 cents.
All right, guys. So when you look at the chart for Disney, one of the clear-cut supports there for Disney was at 44. So one of the key things is when I'm seeing range-bound moves,
Oh my
I'm
gosh.
expecting bounces. I was expecting a rebound to the VWAP on this stock, on Disney. So as it approached the support, I went and sold it. Reason why is because I sold it at 45, guys. That's a 33-cent gain.
Here, I don't mean to interrupt you.
33-cent gain
Um,
is more than positive. Jumping in?
Yeah, I'm in CRC. Bad fill though. I got filled in with 600 shares. Just got a bad fill originally though. It's a little bit spready, unfortunately, and so down $24. But tight risk. Gonna give it a shot here, and it's gonna be a small trade regardless of any of it. But yeah, I'm in CRC. We'll see what happens. Getting some drops here, unfortunately, but nothing significant as of yet. Risking about $60, I think, in this trade overall. See if we get a quick spike up here. But yeah, in this with the VWAP bounce. Just a little spready, unfortunately. I think I have to watch the overall market too to see what's going to happen with the SPY and stuff like that. That's kind of the big thing here.
Woohoo.
Little spready.
Tell you the truth, I mean, overall, the big stocks took a big dump about 20 minutes ago. So trying to see what the SPY is going to do, if it can get back over that high that it created on this Harmy. Created a Harmy on the 15-minute chart at 10:30. Let's see if we can get back above 322. If not, let's see if it fades down and breaks this 300 with some volume.
And I don't mind the VWAP bounce here. I like the support at 20 or so from all this opening range support. We'll see though. It just depends on the spread here. We also have some resistance, maybe some in pre-market. But we also got MRK, which doesn't look bad. It's not too bad.
All right, taking a look here at AMAT. It's at a resistance. Resistance is right above it, 5130s. 5130 is a big resistance here. Seen that push up once, seen that push up twice, looking for a push up 3 times and failing. So want to see AMAT push up to 5130s or in that area and then fail right back down.
I gotta remember to, if I get out of this one, I have to remember to sell because I'm so used to shorting. I usually click buy, so I do have to remember to sell this one. Gonna be a small trade though, all things considered, with how I've been lately. Um, if we get a nice little bounce up to like 45 or 50, I'll be happy. But gotta be wary of a drop too. Here's 29's a little bit better. I just gotta take some deep breaths, calm myself down.
Yeah, take it easy, brother. It's just another trade.
Yep.
Looking for that third reject and AMAT and starting to get that pop. Want to see what we call price action just kind of nail down as soon as it gets up to the resistance. That's going to show me confidence to take this trade. Try to nail it down to 51 and to the VWAP. Biggest thing also is I'm looking at the SPY. Don't want to see a sudden surge. Want to see a reject to 300. Put pressure on that downside and then pressure on this on the resistance. There's a little squeeze up there to 51.25s. Let's let it test, see if there's any big volume that fills here, showing me that there's actually longs in here. If not, then I'll be looking for it to price reject from that level, and then we can get in on this trade.
There's 31s for CRC. Still too early though. We'll see if we get some movement up here. 1460 is the goal.
Starting to get some bounce backs in the bigger oil stocks. Bigger oil stocks look like they're heading towards the VWAP. Can keep an eye on those. Maybe take a VWAP fade on those.
Look at your OXY. It's climbing back to the VWAP.
Yeah, I'm watching that one. The only thing that scares me about that one is that it made a move up above VWAP. All the other ones kind of stayed below VWAP, so I'm kind of worried about that. I don't like stocks that are that close to the high of the day. I know John agrees with me in this statement. If a stock's that close to the high of the day and it squeezes through that level, it usually breaks out big.
Yep.
So I would rather try to short a stock like, let's say, CVX or XOM that has broken through big time supports and now bouncing up. We're going to see if that support creates a resistance. I would rather take that kind of trade than a trade that's gone up and down through the bottom of the range.
All right, so the SPY is taking a big dive under the whole dollar.
What I just talked about, guys, let's see if it breaks at 300. You got the downward pressure. So I'm looking for a pressure to the resistance here for AMAT, and I can take a trade.
Yeah, the issue with CRC is that I think this was an acquisition or buyout, which I really don't usually trade. I think I just let impatience get the best of me a little bit here. Still not looking bad, and it's still too early. I think it's got a lot of support here now at 25, and so I think I can safely watch 25. And if it breaks that, I could just be very weary and get out of it. But if it maintains above that, then we should be solid. But it's just in a really tight range so far. But we'll see. We'll give it time. We'll see what happens. It's just staying in this super tight range, and the up wicks and down wicks are keeping it pretty narrow. I just didn't see any fades, not many bounces today. Not many stocks actually pulled back to the VWAP to bounce or fade today.
All right, guys, taking a trade here. AMAT, short AMAT. Risk is going to be right above it. Don't want to see 35s.
There's 30s, 31s for a split second. Let's see if we could actually break out of this range for once on CRC. It's been in this range. Nope, back down, man. Such a tight range. Like, you can see how tight this range is if we zoom in. Look at this range right here. In between, really 34 and 25. And so the easy thing about this trade is that I could just wait for it to break the range here. But it's not looking that hot.
Yeah. Didn't get the best entry here. I thought I got 28s, but I got 25s or 26 in between 25 and 26. Need to hold tight to my 35s. Nice rejection there off of 30. Now we just don't want to see volume recollect at 51.30. If it recollects there, it can push it through that 51.30 resistance. So it'll push up here. We just don't want to see volume flood into the market. That's going to show that breakout.
All right, guys. I got a really nasty drop there. $165 loss. Honestly, I'm done for the day. After that, man, I should have seen it coming, but man, that range-bound move. I probably shouldn't have traded it all today. But with that, I am done. It'll be a nice little break to get away from trading, though, with the competition starting tomorrow. But, man, just a brutal drop for CRC. Lesson learned today, though, guys. Lesson learned. But, man, my risk was only, like, here. But, I mean, this is the part of trading that you can't really predict. Something must have just happened with this stock. I don't know what it was. But, easily the biggest drop of the day. But, man, I have to look up to see what happened, but man, huge drop really, really quickly. Like I said, it's one of those moves that you can't really predict, unfortunately. Here, I'll throw you up. Like I said, though, I'm okay. Just huge drop. Glad I got out when I did because this thing's dropped another 10 or 15 cents since then. But yeah, I ended up losing about 20 cents a share on it, unfortunately.
All right, guys, this is holding here. What we want to see is a quick rejection here. So we need to hold tight to this 31 here. If we see volume fill in at 31, we got to respect that and get out because it's holding at the high of the day here, at least for this stock. We do have a pre-market levels and 4 p.m. levels to go off of. That's what I'm using as a resistance. But we need this to start turning backwards, start heading towards that 51. That will give us that confidence that this can come back down.
Yeah, this is Mitch's channel, guys. So Mitch and I share this channel.
Yeah, guys.
Why don't I use hard stops? Because, I mean, this very rarely happens to where a stock would just fly through my mental risk. And really what happened is, like, I look the other way. I don't use hard stops because I don't use hard stops.
Pressure to the SPY on the 299s, 300. Now breaking through the low. That's what we wanted to see here. It's going to show confidence in our trade here off the resistance.
I don't use hard stops because I get faked out a ton with hard stops. But yeah, guys, I mean, here's the thing, though. The truth is, guys, is that this happens a lot. It's like I take one losing trade and the entire chat tries to tell me what I did wrong. But whenever I'm winning, like the last 3 weeks aside from this, the whole chat's silent with it. And so it's like, don't be those traders that just wait for somebody to lose and then say, I told you so, or this is what you were doing wrong. You know, like at the end of the day, I've been very profitable the last few months. And so, you know, I'm open to constructive criticism, but if it's only criticism when I lose and then when I win, it's silence and I don't hear from you guys, then it's just people trying to be negative. You know what I mean?
All right, trying to stay in this trade here, guys. A lot of people would take and rush towards this $32, this $40 profit. There's no reason for me to take a $40 profit. For that, I might as well have not taken the trade. That's one thing that I try to do, guys. If I'm going to take a trade, I'm going to stick to the risk and reward, because if you're going to get in a trade, you're already paying for the trade. One of the best ways to look at trading is that when you take a trade, you're essentially paying the risk up front.
And I kind of want to trade ENPH now that it's finally setting up, but I don't know. I think I might need to just hang it up for the day.
Yeah, it's okay, man.
But yeah, I'm not trying to like attack anybody in the chat. All I'm trying to say is like, look, the worst thing any losing trader wants to hear is, oh, you were doing this wrong, or you should have done this, or you should have done that. So like, that's the last thing anybody wants to hear when they lose. You know what I mean? Like the best thing I could do is try to bounce back another day. But again, like if you look at this account, right? Like I brought this account up from being down like $800 or $9 or $700, and I brought it back to being up still $500 in this account. So it's like I've clawed my way back and been super profitable the last 4 months. And that was one of those trades where if I look at anything I did wrong, It's probably I shouldn't have traded the stock overall because it's a acquisition or a buyout. Usually those are a little weird and act a little crazy. But in the end of the day, I mean, it just got a huge volume spike. And if it's a low float stock, this could actually be somebody watching the stream that just wanted to squeeze me out. But I'm not trying to blame it on that. That's probably pretty unlikely. I'm just saying that is possible too. But in the end of the day, like I said, just try to be supportive. If I have a losing day, don't try to rub it in. Like, that just shows insecurity on other people's end.
All right, guys, just watching here to see if it's going to get above those 30s and get some volume. If it does, we got to step out. If not, let's let this try to crash down through the 5120s and get to the 51s. I know if we crash, we should probably be able to get there. So biggest thing I'm seeing is if the SPY wants to break down and not get above this high of this 318. All right, the tests are real, man. This is not looking the best. You know, one of the things is when you get that low volume, pushing it towards resistance, any little bit of buying here will really squeeze it. So really got to hang tight to my resistance. Know that that's the resistance. If it does get above that, just step out. You know, if you give up $50, $60, $70 here, it's fine to break even on the day. I put myself in the position to be in the green, and that's all you can do as a trader is put yourself in positions. The best probable position, if you consistently do that, you're going to give yourself an ability to create the edge in the market, and that's what you're looking for, is that consistent probability to be in the green.
All right, well, I was in ENPH with just a small share size. I just took half off, holding 150 shares. But we'll see what else we get. Not a bad little fade there. I'm also looking at MRK. MRK was the one to get, and it's frustrating, but all right, I just got out of the last little bit of shares, so I just made about $43 on ENPH, and so I'm only down 122 on the day. We'll see what else we get, but yeah, like I said, I think that was, I guess it's frustrating because it's like that was just kind of the worst case scenario type of move for CRC for me, where it's like I look the other way and it's just a huge drop, just a ridiculous drop. And that's unfortunate, but it is what it is. You know, and moves like that are going to happen sometimes. And yeah, I can't let that influence my trading on a type of kind of consequence that happens once every blue moon. And it is what it is. Like sometimes I'm going to do well, sometimes I'm going to do bad. But like in the end, if you look at my stats here, and this is, you know, I guess that's what's the frustrating thing about sometimes the chat is that it's like, I can win every single day. And then if I have like a 3-day slump where I don't do bad or where I don't do well, everybody starts telling me what I'm doing wrong. And in the end, sometimes the market's just not going to be favorable. If I did anything wrong today, it was probably trading at all because there's just not that many good setups. You know what I mean? And in the end, if you look at my stats, like my stats are solid. I got to be happy with, you know, what my stats are, especially like if you look at the last 30 days. Let me see. If I look at the last 30 days of my stats here, I'm running roughly 70% accuracy. You know, not bad. Around $600 in the last 30 days or so.
It's like I always talk about, as long as you can trade your strategy, you can look back on your trades and be happy.
Right.
It's when we reach and we go outside that you should look back on your trades and be upset. That's okay. It's okay to be upset when you're not following what you set out to follow. Because that's really what trading's a lot of the time about. It's following the plan that you create. And if, you know, we're not following our plan, then hey, that's normal. You're gonna lose money, guys. I can tell you that right now.
Right.
You don't stick to your plan. Overall, you get inconsistent. Your risk management gets all over the place. You're not knowing when to take profits, when to get out of trades, and this creates the actual opposite effect of creating a systematic trading plan.
Right. And it's all the process. Like, sometimes I'm going to do well. I appreciate it, Mark. But yeah, sometimes I'm going to do well. It could be a Viwa Projection, Fubarski. Sometimes I'm going to do well. Sometimes I'm going to do bad. You know, in the end, we do it all live every day. And, you know, sometimes I'm not going to do that hot. Sometimes I'm going to do super well. And so it just depends. And I can't let small time swings affect me. It's something that we talked about. The other day, which is that, like, sometimes I'm going to do really well and then sometimes I'm going to do terrible. And if I let the small time swings affect me too much, then I am not trading like I need to. You know, small time swings should be relatively irrelevant to me. The only thing that really matters is that I'm keeping a good risk management profile.
100% agree with that.
Yeah, this last month I didn't make as much as I did the month prior to it. I think I only made
Look at CVX.
let me see. So if I clear this,
all the oil stocks that are making their way back. So it's a little dangerous to get in these, but they are starting to make their way back.
I know. I guess the last month I've made around 1,100, probably. In the last month, I'll have to go back and check. Let me see.
All right, guys, probably going to take some profit here as we get to the 15 area. Want to get about 10 cents off here, take some of the profit off, let the rest of it work here. Letting it try to break down these 5120s, showing way too much support here. Would really like to see the SPY crack down below that low, 299.77s. All right, here comes that final bounce for us. We got to be careful here, guys. They just put a really bullish candle in on that last 1 minute, which is an inverse hammer. Those are really kind of the candle that concerns me. It shows kind of strength at the support. So now I really got to hold to that 31 level. Can't let it extend past that. If I do, I'll put myself in pressure of getting into the bullish swing out. So got to hold to that limit, give myself an opportunity here, let it come back down to the 20s. If it cracks it, I'll get my profit. If it doesn't, it should bounce up and test that resistance, which could squeeze me out. But that's how you take the trade.
I use the TradeNet platform, so it's basically like a prop firm. There's no PDT rule. You can day trade as much as you want. And the base package comes with 14K in buying power to trade with. And so if you want to use that, I'll post that link here, and you can check out that link. Also, if you want to check out trade ideas, there's the best scanners in the game by far, and they're super customizable. And so if you want to use the same scanners that we use every day, I'll post this link here as well.
All right, guys, getting a little bit of a squeeze here, not seeing much volume fill. So paying attention to the volume right here. No big orders yet. SPY making a curve effect too. So kind of that indecision point. Just got to stick to the limit, the rule.
Yeah. One thing I am happy about is that the competition starts tomorrow, so that'll give me a much needed break, I think, from trading. It was, like I said, the last few months have been really solid. The last 4 days have been extremely tough.
Out. Holding well, guys. I'm just going to step out there.
Don't stress it, bro.
Yep.
Tough
There's
day.
just nothing out there today, guys.
Yeah.
Just nothing out there.
Yeah, guys, with that, I'm going to close it down. I can tell I'm not going to say I'm super emotional. I think I'm just frustrated, and it's just a tough day. I'm excited to start the competition tomorrow, and so we'll be streaming the competition live every day. Like I said, if you haven't gotten your login information for the competition yet, I'll go ahead and post it. And if you join our Discord, if you haven't gotten it yet and you want me to check in, I'll post this link and you can check in with us, and I'll check to see what happened with your login information. So yeah, if you haven't gotten your login stuff yet, either message me on Discord, you can message me on Twitter at Beginner Trades, or you can message me by email at beginnertrading@gmail.com. And so yeah, I mean, and you're probably going to say, Prop, that it's because I'm using too big of sizing. But I think I'm scaling up in size. And so scaling up in size is going to bring added emotions. There's no way you're going to be 100% emotionless in trading. That's not a reasonable expectation. Nice, Nathan. Hey, welcome to the team, bro. Yeah, I mean, I'm okay. Right. Like, my P&L, like I said, one thing, I've gotten a little bit better about handling my wins and losses, because if you look at my overall P&L, it's just super solid, right? My overall P&L, it's just really solid. And so I can't be so greedy to where it's like if I have a losing few weeks or a losing week or two, that I just get super upset, because in the end it's been a very profitable few months of trading, and I can't just let that affect me too much. And so I'm done for the day. We'll see what happens. Competition starts tomorrow, guys. So again, if you haven't already, if you haven't gotten your login information for the competition and you want to know what's going on, or you haven't gotten it yet, message me on our Discord. Like I said, here's our Discord link, and there's the link. And so go join us on Discord. So like I said, message me if you want me to check to see what's up with your login or username. You should receive it tonight, though. And so if you don't, like I said, let me know. We'll try to get you set up for the competition. Competition starts tomorrow, guys. Super excited. Remember to hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. We day trade live on stream every single weekday morning, showing you all of our account balances, profit and loss, regardless of whether we win or lose. Hit the subscribe button now and join our family here. We do this live every single weekday without missing a day. And so if you want to see what it's actually like for somebody day trading the market that's not actually faking everything, hit the subscribe button. We do this live every day. Like I said, if you want to use the same platform as us, I'll post this link one more time. 14K in buying power, no PDT rule. You can day trade as much as you want. Comes with a demo account to trade with for a few weeks, a day trading course, and access to their chat room. With no PDT rule, you can actually short anything that's tradable. And so here's the link if you want to check that out. Yeah, man, of course, man. But yeah, guys, good luck for the rest of the day. I'll see you all a little bit later. And yeah, we'll see what happens tomorrow, guys. Competition starts tomorrow. Let's win this thing. We got this. Let's do it. Later, guys.
Later, traders.